Monday, Grand Theft Auto.
What the fuck was that, dude? Are you kidding me? I just stole this car. Oh, and then he's gonna pull me out of my car, dude. You have the audacity.
Tuesday, Lamplight City.
Boom. Oh, look at that. Oh, what the fuck, dude?
Dear God. This does not look good.
What the fuck, dude? Wow, indeed, Neptune.
Wednesday, Deathloop.
Well, if that wasn't a laser grid, oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh no, they're mine, so we're good. Good thing I did that. I was like, oh no.
Thursday, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
Okay. There's no need to look so scary when you ask me. Hey, look over there! Some juicy burgers, let's eat instead. Unfortunately, I'm more of a grilled chicken sandwich man myself.
Friday, Cyberpunk 2077. Monday, Grand Theft Auto.
What the fuck was that, dude? Are you kidding me? I just stole this car. Oh, and then he's gonna pull me out of my car, dude. You have the audacity.
Tuesday, Lamplight City.
Boom. Oh, look at that. Oh, what the fuck, dude?
Dear God. This does not look good.
What the fuck, dude? Wow, indeed, Neptune.
Wednesday, Deathloop.
Well, if that wasn't a laser grid, oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh no, they're mine, so we're good. Good thing I did that. I was like, oh no.
Thursday, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
Okay. There's no need to look so scary when you ask me. Hey, look over there! Some juicy burgers, let's eat instead. Unfortunately, I'm more of a grilled chicken sandwich man myself.
Friday, Cyberpunk 2077.
Hello, Mayor Kitten.
Monday, Grand Theft Auto.
What the fuck was that, dude? Are you kidding me? I just stole this car. Oh, and then he's gonna pull me out of my car, dude. You have the audacity.
Tuesday, Lamplight City.
Boom. And Tuesday it is. What's up, everybody? How we doing, Stella and Noah? Noah, I'm glad you liked the new emote. Stella, have you got to see the new emote yet? Happy Tuesday. Yeah, and Taco Tuesday, I know for Papa, that's for sure. I know he's going to be having some tacos tonight. Hey, there you go. Noah used the new emote. There you go, dude. You can tell I'm wearing the exact same outfit that I have in the emote, so it's like, you can tell I made it today. I was actually working on it as I was talking to Stella in Discord a minute ago. I'm getting better at the process. I got it down pretty quick. And I could have had more frames, so it could have been a little bit longer. Absolutely love it. Thanks, dude. Thank you, man. Yeah, I think it turned out pretty good. Pretty much exactly what I wanted it to be. If you look really close at it, too, I do an eyebrow wiggle that's really fast because I had to speed it up. And I wanted to watch you this morning, but my assistant was in my office. Oh, no. That damn assistant. There we go, jumping back into it. Yeah, we got the Dom Mad, and then we got Dom Cringe, which it was unfortunate I had to shorten Cringe. I might actually go back and redo Cringe and just speed it up so we can have the same amount of facial expressions that I make. But I'm just glad we got it on there. There you go, and then the glasses one. I like how, like, the emote on the screen for it's just the back of my head, too, because it doesn't actually animate. I wonder if they're going to do that for the emote wall, you think? Streamlabs will make it so that the animated ones actually animate? I mean, you think they would have done that a long time ago if they were going to do that at all, I suppose. It's just funny how it just, like, only shows the first frame, and a lot of them, the first frame is, like, nothing, you know? Like, I imagine if you use your emote, Noah, from, or I'm sorry, Dan's emote, that's your face. Like, since it's a slide-in, it probably wouldn't show up at all, right? Because the first frame is nothing, right? So that sucks. If anything, pick the last frame and just show that. That might make more sense. It might, like, be correct more often for at least trying to capture the vibe. I ain't going Noah-ware. Nice, dude. Nice, I love it. I feel like you're leaning more into the Noah puns, which I really appreciate. I think it's fun. Okay, I love the emotes. I do have a favorite, however. Which is your favorite? I would love to know what your favorite is. And why, if you want to let me know, just so I can try to incorporate that more into my emotes going forward. Still got 2 more animated emote slots. And I don't mind getting rid of the mad one because it's a very subtle animation. So if we can find a better one to replace it with, I'll be all ears for that. And we can just go right back to having the plain one. Is that one your favorite? Nice. Hell yeah. I think it's a fun animation to have in an emote, you know what I mean? I hope that's one that I end up seeing people use in other people's chats, because that's got to be like one of the nicest things. It's super unique and playful, right? Yeah, thank you. That's exactly kind of what I was going for that. It's top tier for sure. Thanks, man. Thanks, guys. You guys are going to make me blush. I appreciate that. So yeah, it's always such a fun thing. I'm sure probably Noah knows what I mean when you see your emotes in someone else's chat. It's so nice. It's like, oh, sweet. Someone's using something I made or something that's associated with me to express themselves, and that's such a cool thing. Like you're helping someone express themselves. That's what I like about emotes. That's why I like to try to make my emotes like so like attached to an emotion or a reaction that someone might have, because I feel like that makes people like think about them to use more. Like oh, I would like an emote here. It's like, oh well, Dom's got the love eyes, so I'll use that one. You know what I mean? I need a mass update for my emotes. Well, if you need any help, man, I'm sure you can tell what my style is for my emotes. So if you ever want me to help you out, I'll do it. I'll be damned. What's up, Shyla? How's it going? How are you? Welcome in. We got a new emote, Shyla. I think you might like it as well. A new animated emote. In fact, we have animated emotes now that are native to Twitch. So check them out, Shyla. But what are you up to tonight? All right, so we should do a recap, right? Are we ready for the recap? Let me wet my whistle here before we do that. Hell yeah, everybody welcome in Shiloh. Hell yeah. There you go. That's not the newest one, but that is now an animated one. I have 2 other animated ones. I put the cringe one is now native to Twitch, and now there's another one that's Dom Dyed Glasses. If you want to try it out. I don't know if you already see it on the screen because sometimes it loads the previous chat, so you may already see it. But yeah, it should be on the list. If you don't see it, you probably just need to refresh. All right, so recap last time. Let me try to remember what our case was. We had a case where what had happened? Oh man, why is it so hard for me every time? All I'm thinking about is the burning lady, but that wasn't the last case, right? There was a case after that. It was... Oh, man. There you go. Yeah, that's the new one. Yeah, I just put that up just before the stream, Shiloh. So that's the newest one we got. I made that one today. I'm glad you like it. I thought you might. The Justice Killer case. Right, that's what we're on now is the Justice Killer case, but what was the last one? Because that's where we're going to end our recap, is on the Justice Killer, because we're now looking for the Justice Killer. But before, we had a case about... Oh my god, why do I blank so hard on this game? It's so crazy how I clearly remembered the burning lady one, which I couldn't remember last time, and now I can't remember the one we just did. Let's see. It looks weird when it drifts across the screen. Oh yeah, because it just shows my shoulder in the back of my head. Yeah, we were just talking about that. I wish it would just show the last frame. That would be so much better in this case, but whatever. I can't really do much about it, unfortunately. I wish it would let you set that or something somewhere. Like what, part of the animated emote would you want? The first frame or the last frame? I remember dudes with crazy facial hair. Okay, yeah, okay. No, I don't know why that reminded me, Noah, but it totally reminded me. The self-combustion lady. Yeah, that was the one before the last one we did, but now I remember. Okay, so it was a guy, right? Okay, so firstly, I think it was Miss Morgan had came to Upton's house. This is where I'm at now because my wife kicked me out because I pissed in her begonias when I was drunk once. So we're at Upton's, and so this lady came. She's Miss Morgan. It was very like Sherlock Holmesy. She came here and told us about her brother. Her brother was found dead in Chumley, which is a part of town that he would never go to, according to her. And he was in clothes that were too big for him, clothes that he was that weren't his. And so that was a big mystery there. So what we had found out was, instead of going through the whole like rigmarole of what we went through, I'll just tell you what we found out. So her brother got caught up in a cooping scheme is what they called it, and what was happening was that there was this group of guys who were working for one of the people who were running for mayor or governor or whatever that we voted for, and he had this guy get guys super drunk at this bar and then have them vote and then bring them back somewhere, change their clothes, and then have them go in there and vote. So it was like voter fraud stuff basically, and so her brother got caught up in that. And then, so another part of her brother's life, though, is that her brother had a lover, and he was, like, secretly gay. So it was, like, the sailor guy that he was in love with, but he didn't express that to anybody, so only his boyfriend knew that or whatever. But he had apparently dumped his boyfriend, like, a couple of weeks or a couple months ago or something like that. And, that was I don't think that's who did it though, right? Sorry, I'm trying to remember because that was like a big part of what we were thinking about, but because the gun had the JB on it, but it wasn't his, right? It was, oh yeah, okay, now I remember. So one of the guys that frequents the bar that this all happened at is they called him Singing Tom because he frequents the church, right? And so he actually is like the organ player for the church, so that's why he's Singing Tom, because he leads the choir. And so Singing Tom turns out has a problem with opium. He has an opium problem where he smokes opium a lot. He also has a nephew named Ned, and Ned is like betrothed to marry some young lady that his uncle like set him up with, because it's like the daughter of someone he was in the war with or something like that, because I think they were in the war together or something like that. Oh, war buddies. And so Ned's all cool with it. He's been pin-paling this girl for a long time, and he's super pumped about it. And but the thing is, his uncle is like the one that's supposed to like send the letters back and forth. And so we found evidence that it was like his uncle was actually trying to like pose as his nephew and try to steal the girl from him. It was very weird. Ned was a bodybuilding guy. Yes. Ned was, he had a gym. He was a very handsome guy, very, very, built dude, very, he's very alpha male. Maybe that's the word we're looking for. But anyway, so we found out that he was doing this weird stuff with Ned's betrothed, and he was acting like he was Ned, sending letters, getting letters from, I think her name was Priscilla, and so that's like another plot, and it's kind of weird how this ties together. But so he was in love with this girl named Priscilla, right? And that was Ned's girlfriend, and she's way too young for him, and he was going to disguise himself as Ned or whatever, yada, yada, yada. But just the fact that her name's Priscilla is kind of how this ties in. So when the guy that who was murdered was shot, the name Priscilla was yelled out at that point. And so the story ended up going that because the guy is a opium addict, he was hallucinating while he was there. And I guess he must have thought that Priscilla was somehow in danger because of the hallucination. It doesn't go into details of what he hallucinated, but he ended up shooting the guy in just like a crazy drug-induced hallucination state, and didn't think that he actually had done it, because when we actually like arrested the guy, he says, "Oh, that wasn't a dream." He's like, "Oh no, what have I done?" or whatever. So it seemed like he definitely was guilty, so that's good. We didn't pick the wrong guy. But the crazy part about it was that his gun, because we ended up going into his house and finding that his gun was missing because I had it because he had thrown it in the gutter. And so that was like clear evidence that it was him. And the gun, the maker of the gun had the initials JB, which just happened to also be the initials of the boyfriend of the victim. And so we thought maybe at first it could have been his boyfriend, but it definitely wasn't. It was definitely this guy. So there you go. Crazy story, dude. Totally crazy story. But that's how it all ended. It came to me as I was saying it. Let me catch up here. Yeah, the dude's a crazy facial hair. Thank you for saying that, because I don't know why, but that helped me. The self-combustion lady. You pissed in her flowers drunk? Yeah, we did. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, we didn't get to see it or whatever, but she told us that we pissed in her begonias after we came home drunk, because we went to go drink because we were trying to get Bill's voice out of our head, because, you know, Bill's our dead best friend. Oh, hey, Fart Tree, sorry. What's up, dude? Sorry, I'm going to recap over last week before we get started. Good to see you, though, my man. How are you? But yeah, so we were trying to get Bill's voice out of our head, and so we went to go drink because we found that actually can silence Bill, and we got too drunk though, came back, pissed her begonias. You know, she's mad. But she actually was kind of like willing to give us a second chance, but then we were supposed to go to dinner with her and her friends the next night, and then Miles, the main character, was like, "Nah, I'm too tired to do that tonight. I'm sorry, you just have to go. I'm just gonna have a quiet night in." And as soon as our wife leaves, we're like, "All right, let's go to the bar." So it's like, well, what the fuck, dude, you know? So we got drunk again, and then we came home, and she had already gotten home by the time we got home, and she was like, "Not again, Miles." So she kicks us out, and now we're in Upton's house. Upton being like the secretary at the police department, who has up until now been feeding us information, which just leads me into more recap, actually. So right before we left off, Upton had brought these pictures because she thought we would be able to find something in these pictures, because these are all pictures from the serial killer that we've been hearing about the entire game, now known as the Justice Killer, because he writes the word justice on all of his victims at the crime scene with their victims' blood. So now Upton brought us here to try to find something. We found that the fact that every single picture has a lily in it, which a lily is the flower that was stolen by the guy who killed Bill. And so we think the Justice Killer is also the flower shop burglar who killed Bill, and so now everything's kind of coming together. But the bad part is Snelling, the guy, like the chief police officer guy, who fucking hates us, by the way. He came to Upton's house like while we were sitting here with all the pictures out looking at them, and kind of caught us red-handed with the information, and caught Upton red-handed with giving me information. So Upton's now fired, pretty much, I'm pretty sure, and we need to actually provide some sort of information to Snelling to prove that we're like even worth keeping on the case, I think is where we're at. Like, we kind of got a little bit of an in, even though the dude hates our guts, but that is exactly where we are now. What's up, Aaron? Hey, bro, loving the tee and shirt combo. Oh, thanks, man. How's it going, dude? Oh, we have a new animated emote. I just uploaded, Aaron, if you want to check it out, dude. Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that. This is a shirt my mom got me for Christmas. Probably last year, I think, and I don't think I've ever worn it until today, and I like it. It's a nice overshirt, so I appreciate that, man, my man. Yeah, there you go, Aaron. You like that new one? Hey, what's up, Ty? How's it going, dude? You just missed my recap, Ty, but basically, we're on the trail of the Justice Killer, who is a mass murderer, who's been writing the word justice on the wall at the crime scenes in the victim's blood. So, yeah, here's the crime scenes. We can go over that. There's a dead guy, and there's the word justice, and there's a lily. That's all we need to know. Dead guy, justice, lily. Got it? Dead guy, justice, lily. Dead guy, justice, lily. Got it. There it is. Love them, bro. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. No, you slutty cat maid. Basically, murder and justice. In short, now you're caught up. Yep, exactly. Well, how are you doing? Doing good, dude. Today's been a good day. Another day, another step towards the weekend as well. I know we're on the long side of the week, but hey, we're getting there. No, blushing like that. Perfect. feel like maybe that's an emote I could try to figure out. Can I make a blushing emote? Can I have it like it fill up my face like that? Maybe that's an animated one I can make. I mean, unless we just really like the anime girl, because she is cute, so I could understand that. Agree with the attire today? 2 thumbs up. Thank you, Stella. It's what I'm wearing in that brand new emote, too. Because I just shot it today. You may want to cook soup with me? What kind of soup? Yeah, I'd like to. You gonna bring us in there? I think we'd all like to go. All right, let's see. Let's look at the casebook. I got some documents. Police report Hannibal Kirkland. Victim name, Hannibal Kirkland, age 32, cause of death, single gunshot to the head. Occupation, iron worker at Therobum Iron Works in Chomley. Summary, police found Kirkland in his home after his foreman reported Kirkland's absence from work. Apart from the word justice written in blood, nothing unusual was found at the crime scene. And no witnesses came forward. Investigation into Kirkland's personal life and habits revealed nothing of interest. Okay. We got Reggie Willingham. Lots of veggie. That sounds like it could be good. What are you putting in there, Shyla? Yeah, I need to get better at making soups. I feel like it seems like it could be a very simple thing, and I like soup. So, what am I waiting for? You know. Let's see. Victim name Reggie Willingham, age 42 or 47. Cause of death, single gunshot to the head. So it seems to be the case in all of them, I think. Occupation cabbie for Cowlson's Cabs. Summary, police found Willingham in his home after a missing persons report was filed by his employer. Crime scene was inspected, but aside from the word justice written on the wall in blood, nothing unusual was found. No witnesses came forward. An investigation into Willingham's personal life and habits revealed nothing of interest. Ennis Bowditch, age 29, single gunshot to the head, construction worker at Cascon Chomley Bridge. Summary, police found Bowditch in his home after his employer contacted police. Crime scene showed signs of modus operandi of the so-called justice killer. Okay, by the 3rd time we're calling him justice killer. And no other leads of clues were found. No witnesses came forward. Investigation and questioning of Bowditch's co-workers and former lady friend proved fruitless. Lady friend, I just made a spreadsheet of 71 individual due dates and events this semester. Agony. Oh man, 71 sounds like a lot, dude. I mean, that's spread out though, right? You can do it, buddy. 71 ain't nothing on you, Ty. You got this, dude. Where's Cooking by the Book? Oh, I don't have that, Aaron. I don't let people troll me with silly little songs on my stream. We're all about the story here, all right? But I can sing it for you. And it's a pizza cake to bake a pretty cake. If the way is hazy, you gotta do the cooking by the book. Come on, don't be lazy. Never use a messy recipe. The cake will end up crazy. Is that enough for you? I'll give you that, Aaron. That's all you get, though. You, Fatai, do you have any filter on the header so you can sort the dates? Oh, yeah, there you go. That would help. Exactly that, and color coded them. It's very pretty. Nice, dude. Hell yeah. I think it's worth doing that kind of thing. Makes that data real easy to look at. Gotta love beautiful data. I'm cooking from the book. I'll post it in Discord. Yeah, do it, Shiloh. Let me know when you post it. Shiloh, there you go. Yes, Damo, there you go. And yes, it's all between February and early May. Oh, really? That's all between just February and early May? That is not a long time, Ty. Holy shit. I hope some of those things will be quick. What's that off of? How do I know that? It's Lazy Town is the show that it's from, and there was a really popular meme remix that someone did with Little John, where he's like, break it down, bitch. Let me see you get low. Like right after she does that, and it's like her dancing in the kids show, and it's all to like Little John and stuff. So maybe you've seen that, Shyla. It's an old meme, so maybe that's why. But it hasn't been on a game we played. No, it's a kids TV show. But on Noah's stream, Aaron loves to spam it, and that's the kind of the inside joke here, I guess you could say. Oh yeah, color coding with conditional formatting. I'm all about that. Still, you speaking my language there. For baking streams, should be called. Oh yeah, I could do it for baking streams. Okay, Cooking by the Book with Dom. Yeah, you got it. And I'll enable that song for those, but you know, it might have a hefty cooldown on it. Maybe I know it from Noah's stream. Probably. You probably know it from Noah's stream, yeah. Because it gets played over and over again sometimes. I've created a monster. Yes, you have, Noah. You have, dude. I love Cooking by the Book featuring Little John. Yeah, exactly, dude. That's the best way to experience Cooking by the Book, man. I mean, no offense to Lazy Town in its version of it, but I mean, with Little John in there, it makes it so much better, dude. Let's see. Victim's name is Burley Cause. I love that name. 26, single gunshot wound to the head. Okay. Lamp lighter working for the Central Lamp Depot, Worcester. Officer Douglas Parsons, we know Parsons, discovered Cause in his home after a report of a gunshot was made by neighbor Ethel Williamson. Parsons surveyed the scene and found the word justice written in blood, but no other leads or clues. Investigation into Cause's personal life and habits produced no further clues or leads. Damn. We ain't got much, but we need to find the justice killer. That's our first thing. We'll investigate Parsifal McDonough's office at the Houses of Parliament. Okay, well, that's where we're going. Should we have read the summary, though? There's no doubt that the serial murderer known as the Justice Killer and the flower shop burglar are one and the same. It's time to track him down and bring him to justice. Here we go. Gonna start bringing some peeps to justice. $5 million. Are you saying that's what I should set the the price to for Cooking by the Book on my streams? Is that what you're saying? Oh, we got a lot more than just one place to go. Holy crap. We can go to each of the employers of the people. So we should probably go to all the other places, gather as much side evidence, and then we can head to the House of Parliament and talk to somebody who we're going to talk to. I think that seems to be usually a more efficient way of playing this game. So we'll start with the cab depot. How's that? Took a pic of the recipe and posted it in case anybody wants to know more. Okay, yeah, that sounds good. I appreciate that. I like the idea of recipe recommendations.
Remember, a black eye is not a... That's hardly any fun, is it?
I didn't hear the first part. Sorry, Billy, gotta repeat that.
Remember, a black eye is not a badge of honor. Anyone picking a fight will be dismissed immediately. Well, that's hardly any fun, is it?
You know, Bill's talking to us because, okay, there was another thing in there that I forgot to talk about last week. We told Adelaide, our wife, about Bill being in our head, and Bill was pissed about it. He was so mad that we were doing that, and he was being such a little baby about it afterwards. He was just like, every time he'd click on something, he's like, what, you want me to say something? Fuck you. So that was another part of it. So it's interesting that Bill is now, like, I guess probably on our side because we're definitely trying to find his killer, I guess. So it's like, well, at least you're doing what I want you to do, I guess. Maybe. He mixes are great, like Ed Sheeran, No Diggity versus Thrift Shop. I don't think I'm familiar with either of those, but that's cool. I do like mashups and remixes. That's the word. Herman, handsome cab.
Good old reliable handsome cab. Nothing fancy, just gets you from point A to point B, the way it should be.
Can you stop banging over there, dude? Can't hear myself think, or I can't hear Bill speak. I mean,
I thought about a career as a mechanic once. Glad I chose police work. Way less messy.
Are you sure it's less messy, Bill? You're dead, bro.
Good evening.
Oh, it's you again. Small world.
Indeed. Mr. Shaw, was it?
That's right. So, what brings you around to the cab depot?
I wanted to ask you some questions if you can spare some time.
Shouldn't be a problem.
Can we get away from this freaking banging sound? You may recognize if you hear it. I'll post in Discord. Okay, cool. Yeah, I might. Who knows? I know I've heard of Thrift Shop. I remember my brother was really into that song. But I don't know if I've heard No Diggity. Maybe. Y'all ever heard of a YouTube channel called Silva Gunner? I don't think so. They have some top-notch matchup remixes and general meme music. Dude, post some of that in the Discord, man. Maybe pick your favorite one. Slap it in there, man. If not type it, I'll check out. That sounds good. Yeah, dude. I like that kind of thing. There was a mashup channel I was like checking out for a while. I can't remember what they were called. For all I know, it was the one you're talking about. But they did some pretty interesting ones, like with... I think one of them I really liked was they did the music from Closer, I think is what the song's called. And it's, the song is Bonfire by Childish Gambino, which is really cool. I think they paired up together pretty well. Sorry, let me angle my mic here. Get a new mic arm tomorrow, so I'm pretty psyched about that. Should be able to position Mike a little bit better, but that'll work for now. I started working on the quiz. Ooh, oh, Aaron. So is that a surprise, Aaron? Like, because I don't want to give too much away if it's like a surprise at some point when you guys want to reveal what your guys' plans are. So I haven't started actually advertising specifically what you guys have planned. I just have been telling everybody that you and Dan have some plans. So, but maybe you can let me know if you guys want it to be a surprise or not. I don't want to let the cat out of the bag. You'll be finding my favorites. Okay, cool. Ty, sounds good, man.
Did you know Reggie Willingham?
Reggie? Sure, I knew him. Well, just as rather I didn't.
Oh? Why do you say
I
that?
think we've talked to this guy before.
The man was a bore, a scoundrel, a no-good bounder.
I wish he would tell us how he really felt.
Only reason they kept him on here was because he was a good driver.
So it's fair to say you didn't like him?
Nobody did. When I heard he'd been killed, it wasn't exactly a surprise. If I treated
Would you
people
say
the
it
way he
was
did, I'd surely
justice?
have a lot of enemies.
Would it? God knows anymore. Jumping to call Sunday. Yeah, sounds good. Yeah, let's play on that. We'll nail down some more details. I'm down no matter what. Hell yeah. At least I'm assuming that's what you meant to say, still. Reggie's behavior. So what makes him such an asshole, dude?
Could you elaborate a bit on Mr. Willingham's behavior?
Oh, he was a proud one. Thought he was God's gift to mankind. Always strutting around, bragging about how many gratuities he'd earned or how many fist fights he'd won.
I like how those
with
are all
drivers
pictures
from
of me,
Phillips.
Aaron.
He had the shortest fuse I've ever seen, too.
I'm so full of
Just
myself.
looking at him the wrong way could set him off. I'd always laugh to myself when he'd brag about how many women he'd had in a week.
Oh, one of those guys, huh?
Because it was obvious he had to pay for the pleasure. A man like that isn't going to get a woman otherwise.
Oh,
I may not be
snap,
hip with
dog.
the ladies, but even I know that being a bastard is a surefire way to drop them off.
Damn, dude. There's some fine words. That is what I meant to say, but failed to include some words. Yeah, but I got you. I know Stellies. We got it. The Justice Killer.
Are you familiar with the so-called Justice Killer?
I've heard a few rumors here and there about some murders in the chum, but I haven't paid them much attention. There's plenty for me
In
to
the
worry about in my own
chum.
life.
Aren't you concerned for your safety?
Not really. Well, I haven't done anything wrong.
Not really.
So this loony's going around doing justice? Nothing for me to worry about.
He makes a good point. I think we need to get a better idea of what exactly these victims did to incur the wrath of our killer.
Yeah, I wonder if there was one specific action that these people are doing that the guy's trying to bring justice to. I wonder if the lily somehow speaks to that. I don't know what the lily's supposed to mean other than it being the link between our killers here.
What can you tell me about Colson Cabs?
Not a bad place, really. Only problem is the number of people always coming here for work. Lots of folks think driving a cab is an easy job that anyone can do, but that's not the case. You need to know this city like the back of your hand, and it helps to know how to drive. So we get lots of fellas starting here who don't have the slightest clue what they're doing. They don't last long.
What about the automated cabs? Are those a problem for you?
I prefer
Automated
not to
cabs,
think
huh?
about
The
those.
Teslas?
Colson said he's got no plans to replace his fleet, so it's all that matters to me.
Interesting. Panda says, all right, boys and girls, it's time for this panda to go to sleep. Been a pleasure as always, Dee Dee. Sounds good, Aaron. Have a good night, man. Thanks for hanging out while you could. I appreciate you, dude.
Are you still living
We'll
in
talk to
Public
you
Place?
tomorrow, I'm sure, at some point.
Not much has changed, to be honest. None of us have been kicked out yet, so that's good. Don't know what else to tell you, really.
I appreciate your time, sir.
Pleasure's all mine.
Okay, so we learned that the guy who died that worked here was a bastard, basically. Didn't seem like a very cool dude. And now we'll do the lamp depot. That's where another one of them worked. Oh, look what's going on here.
I'm here, Your Honor,
Interesting.
and the defense is
What are
ready.
you doing?
Hey, Crispy, what's
I'm not a
up?
Fordham. I'm trying to find out about...
No,
Welcome in. How are you today?
Now get in here and shield your eyes.
I beg your pardon?
Just do it.
What's going on exactly?
He's a mad scientist.
Everything ready, Alex?
He's inventing light bulbs.
3, 2, 1, go!
Steam-powered lights? This aethericity.
Amazing! It works! It works!
What works?
Etheric lamps! Our experiment was a success!
And now everyone in the room has cancer.
Wandered into here, Miles.
Some sort of science experiment. Looks like Miles is squinting there. I don't know why. Somehow I'm getting the vibe that he's just like, oh god, it's so bright. Can I go to quick recap, please? Yeah, you absolutely can, Crispy. And if you ever want to, there is a command that you can play to ask for recap as well, but saying in the chat works just as well. So I'm going to whisper because my mom has the day off. Okay, that's fine. And I don't like it. Oh, okay, maybe that's not fine. Oh, Crispy, we have a new emote, by the way, a new animated emote that's native to the channel because I have animated emotes now. Okay, so quick recap. Last week, we had a guy who fell into a voter fraud scheme where he was... these people basically got him super drunk at a bar, and then they kept making him go to another place, change his clothes, and vote again, and then keep changing his clothes. And then he ended up getting shot by this guy who was super high on opium and was having hallucination, and thought, I guess, that this girl that he was trying to trick into loving him was in danger, I guess, and so he shot the victim, and it was just kind of like a senseless murder. I'll just recap from the last 30 minutes. Okay, you got it. That's basically all I was going to say about that anyways. But anyways, then, so after we finished that, we figured that out, got the opium guy out of there. Then we got in trouble because Snelling came to Upton's house while Upton was showing me pictures from the Justice Killer crime scenes, which that was still last week. And then, so we started by investigating the Justice Killer by going around to the different victims' places of employment. So first we went to the cab driver depot because one of them was a cab driver, and we talked to that guy about the victim, or at least one of his coworkers about the victim. And they basically said that he was a fucking bastard. He's just a horrible dude, lied about sleeping with a bunch of women, I guess, and he just had an overall bad attitude. I guess he was just a good cab driver was the only reason why he was ever kept around. But all in all, we basically just found out that he was an asshole. And so maybe the whole justice thing has to do with his behavior, I guess. And so now we're going to the second one, and he worked for the lamp company. And so as soon as we got here, they were doing some experiment because it looks like they were trying to get this light bulb to light up using aethericity or something like that. And yeah, they got us to light up, and that's all we know. There you go. That's the last 30 minutes. Well, and a little extra. All right, I posted 4 bangers. Hell yeah, Ty. I know what I'm doing after the stream tonight. I'm going to check out those bangers, buddy. Thank you for that. All right, let's look around a little bit first. This sign.
Too bad you didn't get a chance to read that sign before the
Oh, and Bill's being nice to us now as well. Because I guess I didn't mention in my recap, but you might remember, Crispy, that we found in those images from the crime scenes from the Justice Killer that there's a lily flower at each one, and the lily flower is the flower that was being stolen at the beginning of the game by the guy who killed Bill. So we're thinking the Justice Killer equals flower shop burglar. So there's also that. Thank you, and hello everyone. You got it. Nice emo. Thank you. I appreciate that. Uploaded that just before the stream. Apparently it says on there, I found out today, that I have instant upload eligibility for my emotes, so mine don't get checked. It just automatically gets uploaded, which is cool. That's pretty cool. I think Aaron says it takes his like 2 to 3 days sometimes to get verified, so definitely let me know what you think. You got it, man. Got to sift through some more work, or got to sift through some more. Okay, gotcha. Sounds good, man. Is it rude to ask what the wife said when you told her about Bill? Oh, no, it's not rude. What did she say? She seemed to try to understand, but she kind of felt like, well, I think Miles definitely felt like she didn't believe him a little bit. She was just like, okay, so I guess that explains some things, sort of. I don't remember exactly what she said, but it felt like that was sort of the vibe, but she didn't let us come home. I think she said she needed more time to process what we were telling her. And we were like very apologetic and stuff. We were telling her like, just ever since Bill died, it's been really rough. He's actually in my head and stuff like that. But she was like, I need some more time or whatever. So we went back to Upton's, and yeah, so we're still staying at Upton's for the moment. But hopefully Adelaide will come around. Maybe once we find Bill's killer, Bill will just disappear out of our head. Maybe. We'll see, dude. Pepperooskies have been fed, and I can now relax and enjoy the stream. Sounds good, Noah. Hell yeah, man. Welcome back, man.
May I ask you a few questions?
Of course! course. What would you like to know?
You're just in time to talk to this mad scientist, dude. Oh, check him out, dude. Some sweet goggles. Do I need those goggles? I mean, we're both looking at the same light. Burly Cause.
You worked with a man named Burly Cause, is that right?
Yes, I heard he was killed. Such a senseless tragedy. It's a shame he missed out on our demonstration. He was really interested in etheric technology.
Wasn't he concerned about losing his job to these technological advances?
He had no reason to. It's been made clear to all the workers that there will always be a place for us, even if our jobs are made obsolete. Unlike some other places, we take care of our own here at the Lamplight Depot.
How noble. But I'm pretty sure he's full of more hot air than the HMS Lenore.
You don't think they could actually find places for people after automation? Bill? Cause's personal life. Yeah, we need to see if this guy was a bastard. Is there some justice that needed to come to this guy? It's like Vin from Jack and Daxter 2. Okay, yeah, I could see that. I mean, I don't remember the character, but I could definitely see him looking like a Jack and Daxter character. My brother played Jack and Daxter, but I only ever watched over his shoulder. I actually never picked that up myself. I was more of a Ratchet and Clank guy, I guess. I mean, if we're gonna compare them, because they're both good games, I don't need to do that. All right, Cause's personal life.
Is there anything you know about Mr. Cause's personal life that might be relevant?
Oh yeah, sure, Crispy, I can do that.
But I don't believe he
Thanks for
had
that
any
feedback.
children. Oh, and he used to talk about his love for fishing.
Could you give me his home address? Perhaps his wife will be willing to speak with me.
Yes, certainly. He lived at 820 Orchard Avenue.
Is that better for you, Crispy?
Thank you for the information.
I raised it about 5 decibels. Hopefully that should be noticeable. It might even be too much, but you guys let me know. My aim is for you guys to always at least be able to hear me clearly over the game, but I want the game to be loud enough that you also obviously can know what's going on. Alright, I didn't hear what he said about that, but I'm gonna assume if there was anything good in there, we would have got it in our casebook. Oh, I can't look at my casebook right now. Okay, so we'll look at that later. Cause's murder.
Do you know any details about Mr. Cause's murder?
Unfortunately, I don't. The police were here asking questions, but they didn't give me many details.
Do you know of anyone who might have wanted him dead?
Not at all. Burley was very friendly, always treated everyone around here with respect. You know, it's sad to think that for all our leaps forward, we're still really just a bunch of savages.
Deep, bro. Deep. Could just be me too, since I don't have headphones, but it's better. Okay, cool, yeah. Yeah, I know that. I've noticed that, yeah, the stream definitely sounds best in headphones. Like, if you're in speakers, you have to turn it up a little bit louder. That's how it is for me, too. But levels sound beautiful now. Okay, cool. Thank you, Noah. So it's not just you, Crispy. It sounds like that was an improvement for everyone, so, or at least for YouTube. So thanks, man. I really appreciate that feedback.
Are you familiar with the Justice Killer?
I've read about it in the newspaper. A horrible business. It makes me wish we could install more street lamps to keep this city safer at night. Someday, I hope to realize that dream. Then we'll really deserve to be called Lamplight City.
You think brighter streets will stop serial murderers?
It's well known that
It'll move the crimes.
rates are lower in Lyon and Worcester, and they have many more street lamps per square mile.
I'm sure it has absolutely nothing to do with the amount of wealth in those areas. Has to be all about the lighting.
Yeah, that's this was like a correlation, not necessarily a cause, perhaps. You know what I mean? Etheric lamps.
You mentioned something about etheric lamps?
Yes! Weren't you paying attention to our demonstration? You have just witnessed history!
What I witnessed was a blinding flash of light.
Exactly! That flash was the result of years of painstaking research and experimentation. It means that not only does ethericity exist, but it can be used as a source of illumination. If these experiments continue to be successful, as I suspect they will, we'll have etheric street lamps before the end of the decade. Imagine lamps that burn twice as bright, 4 times as long. Oh, this will change everything.
4 times as long?
And if
That
it's
doesn't
like
really seem that
anything
much
else
longer.
we've seen, it'll put a lot of people out of work, too.
Volume for all the other games was good, but this one is quiet, so I could hardly hear them. Yeah, I think from my experience, looking at this sort of situation, I actually used to have something to address this with. Maybe I need to reinstall it. Where I think games that are heavy on dialogue are often quieter because you don't have so much under noise like filling up that other space for the dialogue to have been raised up over. And so I found that in dialogue-heavy games, I usually should probably turn it up because I also usually think it's pretty quiet when I watch it back. And so maybe that's something I need to re-implement because I used to have a button where I could switch between 2 different settings. Like if it's a loud game, it needs to be this setting. If it's a dialogue game, it should be this setting. So I think I might do that now after getting that feedback from you guys. Because I could see like if it was like Deathloop, this might be too loud for Deathloop. You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of stuff going on sometimes. A lot of cool music when I get seen, you know?
What is it you do here exactly?
Oh, several things. This is the main hub of the city's Department of Illumination. It's really just a grandiose way of saying that this is where all affairs related to street lamps and public lighting are taken care of. But, in addition to sending out lamplighters or mechanics to repair damaged lamps, we also do research into new methods of illumination. That's what my personal specialization is. I help develop and test more efficient ways of lighting our streets. I guess you could consider me a modern-day Prometheus.
Oh, wouldn't you love that?
Oh, yes.
More like an
Yes,
everyday
yes, quite.
pretentious.
Thank you. Your cooperation is much appreciated.
Happy to help.
Let's take a look at the old casebook. Investigate Burley Cause's apartment. Okay, we can go to his apartment. We learned that. That's cool. Nothing else. Nothing really too specific about him though. Didn't get to hear if he was a nice guy or not. All right, spare parts.
It's a bunch of crap they used to build street lamps with.
All right, Bill. Very insightful. Let's see.
I wouldn't get too close to that thing. It might end up turning you inside out.
It's like you become Dr. Manhattan.
So this is where all the lamps in the city come from. I can't believe I never bothered finding out before.
Never think about it, Bill. That happens, man. All right, we'll do a little midstream save here. Save early, save often. Let's get out of here. Oh yeah, I have the problem with HustleCat. The music is super quiet in the beginning, but the boss music is booming at the end. Yeah, it's rough when they do that to you, man. It's like, come on, level it out a little bit more, normalize it or whatever. You know, come on, blowing my ears out over here. So we can end up going back to the lamp depot. Either that, or it's because we're still there. It's on the map. Bridge construction site, Burley Cause's apartment. Let's go ahead and follow up on the Burley Cause thing while we're on it. How about that? Is the scientist just staring out the glass window? Yeah, he is. Well, at the very beginning of the scene, I think you might have missed it, Crispy. The lamp was off, and there was another scientist in front of it, and he was standing behind the glass, and he like ushered us in there. He's like, "Here, get behind the glass. You need to be behind the glass." And then they turned it on, and it like sparked for a little bit, but then it lit up or whatever. So I think that's why he's behind the glass. I think it's like a protective screen, I guess. And he's just so infatuated with how it's lit up, I guess. I think there's a little bit of a reason for him to be standing there. Not total nonsense, just a little nonsense. All right, let's see. I think what I think is funny is that they don't have like electric lighting, but they have automated cabs. You know what I mean? Like, what a crazy thing to have happened and all that. How do the cabs? How are they automated? How do they not run into shit? All right.
And I thought the housekeeping in my apartment was
Steampunk
bad.
for you. Is that all I can look at? 2A.
Apartment 2A.
I'm gonna switch to seated
This is
mode
the
real quick.
place.
There we go, in seated mode. All right, let's do it.
There doesn't seem to be anyone at home. The number is a bit faded. Is this 2B or is it not 2B? That's the question.
Nice one, Bill.
Yeah? May I help you, young man?
Hello, madam.
Is that your
My
house
name's
in the
Miles
background,
Fordham.
Dom,
I'm
or a
private
green screen house? A
investigator.
green screen
I have
house.
some questions about your neighbor.
Yeah, it's not actually
You
my
mean
house.
my former neighbor?
I wish. That's a nice
Yes.
background.
In any case, I'd appreciate it if you could help me with some information.
Nah, I don't think so. The last person to ask me about him
Ask
was that
Poison?
awful policeman. I don't want to have to go through that again.
Probably Parson.
I'm sorry you had a bad experience, but I can assure you I won't give you a hard time.
Well, that's easy for you to say, but actions speak louder than words.
Uh-oh.
Then
I
wait.
think I know where this is going.
Is there anything I can do for you then?
Well, since you asked, my layabout husband is out wasting our retirement fund with his drinking. Go find him and bring him back here. Then maybe we can talk.
Ugh, side
Oh,
quest.
wonderful. Now we're playing babysitter.
You'll find him at the Silent Raven. It's not too far from here.
Yeah, I've been to the Silent
Yes,
Raven.
I know it.
Good. My husband's name is Kurt Williamson. You tell him his wife Ethel wants him home at once.
I'll do my best, Mrs. Williamson.
Got him, ma'am. Wade's, yeah, there you go, Crispy. This is a fun way of saying it, isn't it? But yeah, I basically I added this to my background just because I wanted to have something more back here because I just felt like it was kind of plain. I have ideas for what I would like to actually do with this space. I'd like to do a little bit more with it if I can, but I need to hire an artist, I think is what I need to do what I want. So I'm gonna have to go on Fiverr and find somebody. But yeah, I have some ideas. I won't tell you what they are yet, but I do have some ideas. Oh hey, can a mod hide the death count? I forgot the death counter's on screen. We don't need that for this game. There are deaths in this game, but they're of a different nature. Thank you, Noah. I appreciate you. God, I keep hitting this mic cable. So I got this new shock mount, but it makes my cable loop. So now my cable's in the way every time I try to pass my drink over. But I did get a 90-degree adapter that I have coming in tomorrow. So that should help with that. Noah to the rescue. Hell yeah, dude. Noah's on those commands. I wonder how we're gonna get in his apartment, because I mean he's dead, right? So is that even still his apartment? Have people not like taking all the stuff out of it or whatever? Look, there's still the outline.
Looks like they haven't bothered cleaning this up yet.
Yeah, apparently not, dude. That's interesting. Hair clips, they do wonders for mic wires. Well, I don't need to worry about it after I get my new mic stand, because I got a new arm coming in, and right now I got some Velcro or whatever keeping my current one on, but the new one's gonna have it's one of those ones that has a built-in XLR cable, and I think you can even swap the cable out that's inside of it. I'm not sure about that, but either way, it'll be fine, and so it'll just be hidden inside the actual arm itself, so that'll be cool. And that should come in tomorrow as well. I got a new boom arm, 90-degree clip, and then, yeah, there we go. I think I'll have everything I need. And if my audio ever fucks up, it's my fault. It's not any of my equipment's fault. I'm doing something wrong at that point, because everything should be good to go. Yes, Kurt. Can we talk to anybody else? Oh, we can talk to the barmaid. I'm sure she's got lovely things to say about everyone.
Doesn't look like cleaning up is high on the list of priorities around here.
Yeah, Gordon Ramsay would have a frickin' field day in here.
Looks like that's where they keep the good stuff. Of course, around here, good is an extremely relative term. They don't seem to have much variety in their beer selection.
Let's talk to the barmaid first.
Excuse me, barmaid?
Hi, what
Last
do you
time he said
need?
something like that, the internet got smited. Oh, yeah, because all of my networking equipment or whatever. Is that what you're saying? Yeah, I know what you mean. I better watch my mouth.
Do you know anything about the man sitting at that table over there?
Not really. Not really. He comes in here a few times a week, but he mostly keeps to himself. I see his type all the time, though. Older, probably retired and looking to escape his home life. I feel sorry for
Probably
him,
hates
but
his old lady.
That sort of customer is my bread and butter.
You horrible woman.
Are you familiar with the Justice Killer?
What is that? Some fancy drink concoction?
No. It's the name that's been given to a serial murderer here in the Chum.
I see. Never heard of him. And if he's smart, he won't show his face around here.
You know, this
Or
place
she'll
suddenly
get 'em.
feels just a little bit safer.
How are things here now that the election hubbub has subsided?
Oh, right. I thought you looked familiar. You were the one in here asking about the fellow who was killed.
That's me.
That's right.
Well, there hasn't been too much excitement since then. I've hardly had to toss anyone out, which is a right shame.
Why's that?
Kicking out a rowdy customer shakes things up a bit on a quiet night like this. Gets the blood flowing, you know?
She wants to fight somebody.
What would a customer have to do to warrant being thrown out?
My general rule is if they're being a nuisance, they're out. If they try to pick a fight or
Just like in
being very
chat.
disrespectful, it's a one-way ticket to the pavement outside.
Good to know.
That bad hammer ready. Okay, so we got to get him ejected. That's why we can ask about it again, I guess.
I appreciate you taking the time to chat.
Yeah.
Been pretty quiet in the streets of late, hasn't it, Bertie?
You noticed too? I thought it was just me.
I'm not complaining, mind you. It's nice to be able to go out and about without stepping over half the chum in the process.
Indeed. What do you reckon's the reason for it?
Not a clue. Can't be illness. We'd have heard something by now.
Yeah, there you go, Noah. Petting the
Whatever it
mods.
is,
Break
let's
the
just
rules.
hope
Feel the
it
wrath of
keeps
the mod army. Oh, I didn't get the last thing
And
she
anyway,
said.
there wasn't
Blah, 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 blah.
So,
Excuse me, are you Kurt Williamson?
That's right. Who are you?
Miles Fordham. I'm a private investigator.
Oh, yeah? What is it you want from me?
Sheriff wants you home at once. At once, young man! Sorry to bother you. I only get the one option here. Let's try it, I guess. I saved earlier, right? Or actually, let me see. Sorry to bother you. I'll save right here, and then we don't have to go through anything again. Just in case this like
Mr.
pisses
Williamson?
him off. I don't know.
Huh? What?
Ethel sent me to tell you she wants you to come home right away.
I should have known. I can't get away for more than a few hours before she's put the entire city on high alert. How much of my retirement fund did she waste on getting you to come down here?
I'm only doing this because I need some information.
The joke's on you, then. You can just go back and tell her I'll come home when I'm damn well ready.
Well, we want to go home.
Why is it you're so averse to returning home?
I enjoy going out and having a good time. Is that so wrong?
Your wife told me she doesn't like you spending your money on drink.
What I spend my money on is none of her business, and even less of yours. What's this world coming to when a man can't even drink in peace without all his affairs shouted from the rooftops?
You know,
Is that what I'm
this
doing?
whole situation seems awfully familiar.
I was in the same position as you recently.
Listen, Mr. Williamson, I think I know what you're going through.
Oh, yeah?
My wife and I were having a rough patch. I wasn't being honest with her, and it nearly drove us apart.
But you managed to fix things.
Yes, I was fortunate. I did the right thing before it was too late.
And what did you do?
I told her the truth that I hear the voice of my dead partner. Should I just say that to this guy? I communicated honestly and openly with her. I showed her a good time. A good time. I communicated honestly and openly with her. I don't want to say the voice of my dead partner thing. I don't think that's going to help us out here.
It was simple. I just communicated honestly and openly with her.
Yeah,
I told her
there
what
you
was
go.
wrong and how I was feeling.
That new
And you know
emote,
what?
hell yeah.
She listened. Have you ever told Ethel why you like going out?
No. I assumed she wouldn't understand. I really wish she would come out with me, but I know she'd never agree.
You don't know that,
You
bro.
know? Have you actually talked to her about this?
Well, no.
Well, then maybe you should. If she knew you wanted company, she might just give it a try.
You know, I never thought of it like that. I'm going to go home right now and tell her. And if she refuses, well, at least I asked, right?
That's
Yeah.
the spirit.
Thanks for the advice, friend. I really do appreciate it.
Hell yes. Can we get some good boy Doms in there?
Not bad. I have to say, I'm impressed.
Because after hearing about her ejection policy, I thought we were going to have to get him ejected, but we actually just convinced him to go. Thank you. I appreciate that. For now. Yes, we'll see what happens. Let's go see how it turned out. I suspect something worse. Uh-oh. We'll see. You Stella? Stella's on my side. She thinks I'm a
Mr.
good boy.
Fordham, thank you so much for getting Kurt back home.
Don't mention it. Now, would you be willing to answer some questions?
Well, yes, of course.
Cool, now we get to talk to her. Burly Kaz.
Tell me what you know about Burly Cause.
He and his wife hadn't been living next door very long, maybe 4 months or so. But I didn't talk to either of them very much. They weren't interested in being neighborly, I guess. It's a shame, really. Maybe if we had known one another better, something like this could have been prevented.
Hey, just Stella and Devil Noah dancing atop Dom's shoulders. There you go. What's with her eyes? Yeah, I don't know. I guess she's just an old lady. Or her whole face. Crispy just doesn't like her whole freaking face.
What happened on the day Mr. Claus was killed?
I was here.
She's just not
at
aging
home,
well,
doing my
okay?
knitting as usual. All of a sudden, I heard a loud bang.
She's trying.
It sounded like a gunshot. I went and knocked on Mrs. Claus's door, but there was no answer. I did notice a smell, though, like flowers. Something seemed wrong, so I decided to report the incident to the police. Not long after that, an officer showed up and started asking questions. Awful man he was, so rude. I gotta report him, but I forgot his name. I think it started with a P.
Parsons?
Yes, that's him. He called for some more officers and they got into the apartment. That's when I found out Mr. Claus had been murdered.
So what happened to his wife? Is she okay? Oh, she's creeping me out. Yeah, there you go. In the cringe emo. Hell yeah. I love seeing the new emotes, guys.
Where is Mrs. Claus now?
I don't know, with her mother maybe. That's usually how it goes.
You wouldn't happen to know where that is, would you?
Afraid not, but there is one other thing.
Yes?
Don't say I told you this, but, well, I used to hear the two of them through my wall. I tried ignoring it since it's really none of my business, but it became impossible.
What was it you heard?
I don't believe
moaning.
They had a happy marriage.
No.
They'd have
The opposite.
awful fights a couple times a week.
What would they fight about?
Oh, all sorts of things. The worst one was when she discovered he was going to a brothel. I think he might have hit her on a few occasions, too.
No.
But it can't be certain. I hope you don't think
Can't
me
be
a horrible
certain.
old gossip, but I thought you might like to know.
Not at all. I'm glad you told me.
A clue. The Justice Killer.
Are you familiar with the Justice Killer?
You mean the serial killer who's been killing men in Chumley?
That's the one.
Nah, never heard of him.
What?
I'm just pulling your leg, Mr. Ford.
Yeah, she's got a sense of humor.
She's got spirit.
Unfortunately, I only know what I've read in the Gazette, but it's scary to think some maniac is loose on the streets doing such terrible things. And with Kurt going out by himself for hours at a time, oh, I don't like it one bit.
How long have you been living here?
Well, Kurt and I moved in shortly after we were married, so it's been about 34 years.
Damn.
Goodness, that's a long time to be living in one place.
Yes, well, the building may be a bit run down, and it gets colder than cold in the winter, but the rent has always been cheap. You can't really ask for much more than that.
I appreciate your time, Mrs.
Suppose
Williamson.
not.
Have a good day, Mr. Fordham.
So we got a little bit. Burley Cause and his wife would have frequent arguments. She suspects he became violent and hit her on a few occasions. That's really what we got out of that. Okay. Still can't in here, I imagine.
There doesn't seem to be anyone at home.
Alright, 10-4. Guess we're on to the third guy. Who I think should be from the ironworks. He's an ironworker. Wow, look at this. Looks pretty cool. Well, something bad happened here. Did something explode?
Well, that doesn't look good.
I agree, Bill.
This place sure is big. I wonder if they actually make anything useful.
I think they make iron, Bill. I could be wrong.
This place sure is big. I wonder if they actually make anything useful.
No, it's the same trigger. Founder. Exit. Foreman. Employee area. Oh, there's even deeper we can go in here. That's interesting.
Well, that doesn't look...
Get there, Miles. Get there.
Excuse me, sir. Are you in charge here?
Unfortunately. Who are you? This area isn't open to the public.
I'm Miles Fordham, and I'm a private investigator looking into the murder of one of your workers.
A private investigator, eh? And maybe you can help me out.
I'll do what I can, but I'll need to ask you some questions, Mr.
Mims. Sanford Mims. Go ahead, but make it snappy.
Mr. Mims. Hannibal Kirkland.
What can you tell me about Hannibal Kirkland? A former employee here?
Listen, I've got a lot on my mind right now.
I understand, but it's important to my investigation that you tell me what you know about him.
I'm sure it is, but as you can see, I've got a lot to deal with right now.
Well, he's no help. Maybe you can figure out a way to help him help us.
Good try. Is he gonna do that with everything?
What happened to your iron mill?
What's it look like? The damn thing went and got blown up.
Was it in disrepair?
Of course not. All my machinery is sound. Checked and serviced regularly.
Then why'd it blow
This
up?
is the work of those goddamn Redites. I'm sure of it.
Okay, elaborate on that, sir.
What makes you certain the explosion was the Redites doing?
Take a look, boy. The whole mill got taken out. Even if this had been a mechanical failure, which it wasn't, the explosion would have been contained to a single part of the machine. This couldn't have been anything other than sabotage.
Have you had problems with the Redites before?
They've sent anonymous letters, but this is the first time they've actually carried out one of their threats.
Interesting. Face doesn't match the voice. Oh yeah, you don't like this guy's voice for his face? Yeah, I can see that. Yeah, I think I agree. Yeah.
You're absolutely sure this was sabotage then?
Yes. How many times have I got to tell you that? Listen, you said you were.
I feel like you said maybe more of a gravelly, deeper tone.
To my machine. If you do, I'll help you out with whatever else you wanted to ask me about.
Looks like we haven't got much of a choice. He seems pretty upset about his machine.
I'll see what I can do.
Objective added. Okay. Will he tell us anything about the Justice Killer, though? Just imagine Samuel Jackson saying his lines. There you go. There you go. I'll take that.
Are you familiar with the Justice Killer?
Who?
He's a serial murderer who's killed 5 men over the past 4 months.
Is that right? Never heard of him.
He may have killed one of your men. Weren't the police here asking about it?
Oh, is that what that was all about? I know they came poking around here a while back, but I was busy dealing with other things.
It's nice to see the lines of communication here are wide open.
How long have you been the foreman here?
Sometimes I think it's been too long. Things were so much easier before we got these machines. They keep saying they're supposed to improve our lives, but they've been nothing but trouble. I've already had 5 of my best men get mangled by some of them.
Oh, jeez.
And then there's these damn fools blowing things up. My hair wasn't this gray 5 years ago, you know. I swear, one of these days, I'm just going to pack it all up and retire. Let someone else deal with these damn things.
This guy does not like the machines.
Be careful on your way out.
It's weird that they would want to employ machines if they're not actually doing them any favors, you know what I mean?
Completely ruined. Whoever sabotaged this knew what they were doing.
So what, do I have to investigate who sabotaged it? Let's go to the employee area.
Hey, that area is for workers only.
No.
My apologies.
Oh, shit. But you're not telling me about
Mr. Mims?
Yes.
Kirkland.
Are you sure you can't tell me anything about Hannibal Kirkland?
It's like I've told you. I've got to deal with this mess.
Okay. So it's wait, we gotta get something from somewhere else and bring it back here? Find out who sabotaged the iron mill. Yeah, I just gotta figure it out. Okay, we just got another mystery inside a mystery. Fair enough. All right, but we can't go to the employee area, so we'll see if we have any other place to ask people about. I don't see anything, but maybe I'll have to go to like the police station and try to look at some records or something. Let's go to the construction site. Check that out. Mr. Reception. Yeah, dude. For show, though. Look at this bridge, dude.
Huh, they seem to be making pretty decent progress.
Just hanging the lines, huh? Gotta be crazy to work on something like that, right?
Safe for only 25 men at once. I used to draw the line at 2.
It says, 5 minute ones, do not walk close together, nor run, jump, or tilt or something? I'm not sure what that last word is supposed to be. Starts with a T, though. Maybe ends with one? Or toot?
I wonder if it would be any fun to tie yourself to that thing and go for a few spins.
I don't think so, Bill. You're thinking weird, man.
Excuse me.
Hey, what are you doing here? This is a construction
Guy
area.
rolling a cigarette.
I'm Miles Ford. I'm a private investigator. I'm looking into the murder of a man who used to
A
work
jazz
here.
cigarette.
Who? Bowditch?
That's right.
I got nothing to say about him, and neither do the rest of the boys.
I've only got a few questions. If you could just...
I've got nothing to say to you. You want to know more about Bowditch? Go talk to his little woman.
Where can I find her?
Ruin Coffee House. She's the serving girl. Now
feel
get
like we've
out
been
of
there,
here.
too.
If something falls on you, I'm not gonna take responsibility.
Short and to the point. I can respect that, even if it's extremely unhelpful.
Now we gotta talk to his little lady. Speak to the serving girl at Ruin Coffee House. Pretty sure we've been there before. I like how the main like mystery is taking us back to all these places we've been before. That's kind of fun, right? Thought he's having a sandwich. Oh, maybe that's what it is. I thought he was rolling himself a little jazz cigarette, if you know what I mean. Let's go to the coffee house. Oh yeah, that's where I used to meet Upton here. That's why I've been here before.
Asleep at a coffee house. One of life's little ironies. Not much of a hurry to clean up in here, are they? Self-Portrait as a Desperate Man by B. Calvert. A bit like looking in the mirror, isn't it, Miles?
No, what? Because I'm desperate? What are you trying to say, Bill?
All that metal and tubing just to serve a hot cup of coffee?
It looks badass, Bill. Come on, dude.
The specialty house brews. These are definitely not coffee.
Coffee, a little alcohol,
A
you know.
young woman holding a guitar. Completely the wrong way, I might add.
You like that, Noah?
Pardon, miss.
Jazz cigarette. I think I first heard that in Archer. I think that's what Mallory calls him. Because she's talking about how Ron, her husband, had smoked like back in the day or whatever, and I think somehow she uses the term jazz cigarette, and I just thought it was so funny to call it that. It's like, oh yeah, that one is either really tall or her bar is really small. Yeah, I don't know. Which could it be? He's up on a little step stool back there. She just likes to feel more dominant over all of her patrons.
I understand you were involved with Ennis Bowditch.
Was involved, yes.
Involved.
I haven't spoken to him in nearly 2 months.
Oh, were you not aware of his death then?
What? Ennis is dead?
Well, this is awkward.
Indeed. I'm sorry to have to be the bearer of bad news.
How did it happen?
I'm afraid he was murdered.
Murdered? By who? And why?
Trying to figure that out, man.
Those are exactly the questions I'm trying to answer myself.
Oh, I see. Are you a detective?
A private investigator, yes.
Well, I'll answer what I can. If it helps any, that is.
I'm certain it will.
Okay, we got her on the hook. Now let's talk about your relationship.
What was your relationship
You guys
with
banging?
Mr. Bowditch like?
Oh, well, it was nice at first. He was a proper gentleman-like. But then something changed.
Oh?
It's like I told Ruby. I think he might have got hit on the head at work because he seemed to be a completely different person.
Interesting.
He'd get angry for no reason. He even... Well, that bit's not important.
No.
At first, I thought he was just going through some rough times, but after a while I realized he'd changed for the worse. So I broke things off. He wasn't too happy about it, but I wasn't going to stick with a man like that.
Yeah, nobody blames you.
Could you tell me more about this Ruby you mentioned?
Ruby? Oh, I've known her since we were little. She's my dearest friend. There's not a secret between us. She was a great help when I kicked Dennis to the curb. I'm lucky to know her. Everyone should have someone like Ruby in their life.
Have you heard about Justice
Are you
Killer?
familiar with the Justice Killer?
Justice Killer? Is that some kind of pesticide?
Pesticide,
no,
okay.
It isn't. Never mind.
He's the man that murdered your man. Well, X-Man.
You've been working here for quite a while, haven't you?
I have. have, yes. Coming up on 3 years. Been a real pleasure getting to know all the regulars. They've come to be sort of like a second family. By the way, whatever happened with you and your lady friend?
I beg your pardon?
Well, that nice lady you met in here a couple of times. Did it work out between the two of you?
That's funny.
That? No, that was strictly business.
Right. Well, if you see her, tell her I said hello.
I'll let you get back to work.
She thought me and Upton were a bit of a thing. Let me see. Kirsty said, if you remove parts of your brain or parts of your brain are damaged, it can change your entire personality somehow. Apparently that's what happened to a guy who had a pole through his head. Yeah, I've heard quite a few stories about that. Yeah, where it can just change. And there was something in Cyberpunk too. I remember there was one of the things that we read on Friday that where they talk about that too, where like there was, well, not quite like that, but there's something that can happen to your cyberware where it can mess with your brain, and then you just come out a completely different person with completely different habits and everything. Like, man, that would be freaking crazy. Phineas Gage. Man was tamping and packing TNT into a mine, and the tamping rod went right through. Oh wow, that's pretty crazy. Wow, is that the guy's name? Is that what you had said up there, Noah? All right, let's get out of here. He lived and died from a disease later on, I believe. Oh dang, poor feller. Okay, so did we learn anything there? It still says to speak with the serving girl, so there's something we need to find out before we come back. So let me figure out who sabotaged the iron mill. Let's go to the police station. Oh, we're going straight into Snelling's office?
Fordham, how goes the investigation?
Just say
I'm making some headway.
Is that right? I certainly hope so for your sake.
Snelling, you're a dickhead. My grandfather had a stroke in the frontal cortex, part of the brain that controls impulse control. He became totally different after and lost all filter. Oh wow, that's interesting. And nothing to filter his like thoughts and stuff out, so he just said whatever he was on his mind, I suppose. It's probably a little bit freeing in some ways. Don't recap these serial killers. Remove parts of their brain until they get good. There you go. Rehab is what you meant. Rehab, gotcha. You don't need to rehabilitate them. Just poke around in their brain. What if we had that technology at some point? We understood the brain well enough where they could just put this hat on. We'll zap you really quick, and now you don't have any violent thoughts anymore. Wouldn't that be fucking crazy? Lobotomy is outlawed, unfortunately. Yeah. So yeah, it would have to be something where you kind of just zap the brain or something, reset like the paths or whatever. Exactly what lobotomy did. Well, lobotomy, they actually like would poke into your brain too. That's not exactly what they did all the time, because they would actually open up your brain and like and do stuff like directly to it too. That's what I heard about. I'm saying something, you know, more advanced. So far advanced that I can't describe what it would do. So I'm just saying. You have another name and a different procedure. Taps forehead. Yeah, there you go. We smart. I have that emote, I think, in my Better TTV once. I think it's we. Is it we smart? I think maybe what's the word for it? Make it pop up. Poking. Yeah, electrotherapy. No. He would straight up curse me out, thinking he was really saying in his head it was the opposite of tell me how you really feel. Yeah, it's like, please don't do that. Yeah, there you go. Nose got it. Yeah, we smart. That's a good one. If that already wasn't a meme, I would make it an emo, but it's already a really good emo
always
slash
that
meme.
the chief kept a bottle of something in a secret compartment in this cabinet. In Snelling's case, it's probably just water. Chief Jacobs. Now there was a leader.
It was the last chief or something.
Every book and file in there is organized to perfection. I'll bet Snelling gets flustered if anything is even a millimeter out of place. You should bump into the side when he's not looking.
Guess all we can do is talk to Snelling.
Chief Snelling?
Yes, Fordham?
You pomp as fuck. This is Justice Killer.
What information do you have on the Justice Killer?
Clearly not as much as you.
I see how this is gonna go.
Well, what do you have?
A list of 5 victims, some information on each of them, and no clear idea what connects them. Until your discovery of the lily at each scene, that was where we stood. While I doubt this discovery will do much to aid in tracking him down, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Well, thanks.
Do you know anything about Percival McDonough?
He's a member of Parliament. I believe his constituency is somewhere in central Kingsland. From the reports I've gotten, McDonough led a rather unassuming life for a politician. He is, however, the first victim who didn't live in Chumley. Either there's a link we've missed, or the killer is changing his method. Then again, since you seem so confident in your abilities to resolve this matter, I assume you'll provide an explanation.
Count on it.
Once I have one, I will. Previous victims, police department, the Redites. Yeah, we'll just have to go through all these, I think. We just need to know. It looks like Percy from the Green Mile. Oh, have I seen the Green Mile? I don't think I've seen the Green Mile. It sounds familiar to me, though. No, God, you're right. Oh, seems like Noah agrees, huh? I don't think.
What do you know about the Justice Killer's previous victims?
Only what's in their files. All working men from Chumley. That's the only link.
You didn't look further into their personal lives? Maybe they had some social connection.
As I said, the detectives found nothing. You seem to think you can do better, so I'll leave it up to you.
I can do
I have
better.
to wonder how much more thorough the department's investigations would have been if the 4 men were all rich like McDonough.
So I see the department is still running like a well-oiled machine.
It is, in fact. But I'm sure Upton has kept you well informed of our activities. Incidentally, the woman accused in the Harris kidnapping is set to testify in court today.
Oh, really? That was the lady who, yeah, Linda Walker Strauss. She was the one that stole that baby from that rich family. She's trying to move away because she thought it was her son reincarnated because she accidentally poisoned her son when she was trying to just poison her husband. Crazy. Can't trust him now because he looks like Percy. Stephen King book / movie starring Tom Hanks as a corrections officer and Michael Clark as a gifted inmate in the early 1900s. Okay, I have not seen it. Okay, I have not.
Linda Walker's trial is today? That was fast.
Indeed. Sometimes the wheels of justice grind slowly. Sometimes they spin out of control. She'll be taking the stand within the hour. If you care to hear her for yourself, best get going soon.
Another objective, huh? I wonder why we need to revisit that. That could be interesting if that ties into this somehow.
Have you got any information on the Redites?
The Redites? That ridiculous gang of troublemakers? Yes, I have some information. What's your interest in them?
A witness is refusing to speak with me unless I can figure out who sabotaged his iron mill.
I see. All I can offer is a list of names of known Redites along with their last known whereabouts. But I remind you that you only have until tomorrow afternoon before this indulgence expires, and I throw you in jail. This seems like a waste of time.
Doesn't that sound
That's my
familiar?
decision to make.
Very well. I'll give you the list when you're ready to leave.
Sounds like a familiar situation, does it not? For the people who were here when I played a little game called Night Call. Feels really similar. I can't remember what the cop's name in that one was. But I remember she was a real rough and tough gal as well. The sponge scene goes on for way too long, and but it's effective, I suppose, right? Yeah, that's the thing. When things go on for too long, sometimes that's the intent, is to make you feel that awkwardness or whatever, you know? I need to shower and wash my hair since it's so cold I can't wash and dry it in the morning anymore. Okay, sounds good, Stella. Sounds good. Sounds refreshing, even.
Listen, about Leger's death.
I don't want to hear it, Fordham. What happened, happened. Nothing you can say is going to change my opinion on the matter.
And if I manage to find the man responsible?
The man responsible is standing before me.
No, you
Even if you
bitch,
manage to
Snelly.
find the culprit you let escape, it isn't going to bring Leger back from the dead.
But it will bring closure to the matter.
If that thought is what allows you to sleep at night, then so be it.
What makes him think you sleep at night?
Shut up, Bill.
Enjoying your new position, Snelling?
Reaping the rewards for years of hard work and dedicated service. A gratifying feeling you'll never be able to experience.
Oh, I get my gratification in other ways.
I'm sure you do, and I'd honestly rather not know about them.
I need to get back to my investigation.
Yes, time is not on your side.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom and get some gratification, if you know what I mean.
Here you are. This is the most recent list of known Redites.
Reddit activists, 1840 to 1844.
This is a lot of names. If we're going to track down this saboteur, it might be best to retire to a more tranquil environment. Fancy a trip back to Upton's?
Might as well, I guess, Bill. Let's see, let's read through this. Clovis Sullivan, suspect in 3 instances of a sabotage. LKW is Choose, Western Vespuccia. Guy McKee of charges of attempted murder. Ferris Wilson, suspected in 2 instances of sabotage. Marcus Chapman, involved in factory explosion. Phaeton Ferguson, suspected in 6 instances of sabotage. Lucian Donaldson, suspected in 4 instances of sabotage. Okay, I guess we're going back to Upton's. Bill said so. You got it, bud.
Right. This should be a quiet enough spot to concentrate on finding that saboteur. I just hope Upton doesn't mind you turning her parlor into your own personal study.
I'm sure she'll have no objection. Now, let's have a look at that list again.
Oh, okay, so now I can actually look at each one of them here. Okay.
I think we can rule out Mr. Sullivan as a suspect. He's Western Vespuccia's problem now. Unless Mr. McKee has escaped from prison, which I highly doubt, he's not our man. This might be who we're looking for, but it also might not be.
No harm in paying him a visit, except losing time in our other investigation.
You don't really actually have time as a mechanic in this game, though, so I think we're good. All them factory explosions.
If dead men
deceased.
could cause explosions, let's just say things would be a lot different. This clearly
Why is
isn't
he on
right
the list,
suspect.
then, if he's deceased? He's not an active activist.
It's possible that this is who we're looking for, but without some way to be absolutely sure, we're in danger of wasting precious time.
I'm not usually the gambling type, but a 1 in 3 chance doesn't strike me as the best odds.
This might be who we're looking for, but it also might not be.
We could pay him a visit. Who knows? We might get lucky.
Okay, so we got all those on the map or something now? 10 Linda Walker's trial, speak to the serving girl, find out who sabotaged the iron mill, learn more about Reggie Williams' personal life, investigate Percival McDonough's office at the Houses of Parliament. Okay, let's see if we got more locations on the map. Oh, we do. Some question marks. Harris Wilson's residence, Lucian Donaldson's, Phaeton Ferguson. Let's try Phaeton first.
Well, well.
He's at
Who's
the
this
jail.
lovely specimen?
Allow me to introduce Peyton Ferguson, known Redite and prime suspect in a sabotage at the Thorbom Ironworks. I picked him up and brought him straight to you.
Ooh, a saboteur. Just leave him to me and I'll make him feel right at home.
Please find the Justice Killer soon, Miles. Being Giles' prisoner is not my idea of a good time.
Right. I'll leave you to it then.
Well, shouldn't we question this guy? Hold up.
Damn, is that the time? It looks like you missed out on attending Linda Walker's trial.
Oh, shit. Well, that sucks. I did want to see that. Should we load back in so we can go to Linda Walker's trial? I think that's what I'm gonna do because I don't want to miss that. It seems like some cool content, right? I wonder if we go to Linda's trial though, if we can't. If we can't accuse one of the guys, because it looks like we just accused one of the people, which is kind of weird. I thought we were gonna go talk to these guys. Yeah, let's load back in real quick. We just gotta click through Snelling's bullshit.
Yes.
What do you... Have you...
What?
this.
Here you are.
Okay, I didn't.
This is a lot of names.
Well, Faye was probably the best one to pick, I
track
guess.
down this
6 instances of
saboteur, it might be
sabotage
best to-
seems. He's in 6 instances. Maybe it's pretty likely it's him, I guess. I don't know that it actually matters. Let's see. Let's go to courthouse. Here we go.
Remind me, Miles, why are we here again? Is this for your own personal satisfaction, or did you expect her to have some useful information?
I don't know, Bill. We're just here.
Mrs.
dude.
Linda Walker, you stand accused of kidnapping Charles Harris. What have you to say in your defense?
I had to see if I could speak with my son Alexander again.
Yes. According to your initial statement, you seem to believe that the Harris child is the reincarnation of your own deceased son.
All the evidence was there. I thought it had to be him.
And in regards to the execution of your plan, you secretly administered a soporific drug to your friend and the Harris family nanny, Mrs. Henrietta Davis? Is that correct?
Yes. I felt terrible about doing it, but there was no other way.
According to your journal, you used a mixture of chamomile and valerian, instructed by a Samuel, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. Samuel is a friend of mine. He works at the docks, and he knows all about plants. I asked him what the best combination of herbs would be to put someone in a deep sleep.
So it was your
that not a suspicious
idea,
question?
and not his?
Yes, that's right. He only told me about the plants. He's quite the expert. Why, you should see his collection of Easter lilies.
Did she just say what I think she said?
Now then, let's turn our
What?
attention to the night in question.
Easter lilies?
Interesting. This Samuel person might be worth looking into. Although we can't waste time searching the docks with just a first name. I'd make a note of it, just in case it becomes relevant later. All right, I've had enough of this courtroom. Let's get back out there. Time's running out.
I'm glad that I reloaded and came back here. That's an interesting thing. No, well, we found our man. Saving that. Hell yeah. All right, so I'm really glad that I reloaded that. That's cool. Let's go in here.
Man, that was pretty stealthy, I'm not gonna lie.
Right.
Not gonna
This should
lie,
be a
dude.
quiet enough spot to concentrate on finding that saboteur.
You know.
I just hope Upton doesn't mind you turning her parlor into your own personal study.
I'm sure she'll have no now.
Yeah, we already heard all that. Click, 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 click.
If it this
Okay, let's get out of here. And then we will save it again. And we're gonna go to Faye or Peyton. It wasn't Peyton, it was Peyton. Peyton Ferguson. Okay, so this should, I guess, just doing that should get the Ironworkers guy to talk to me, I guess.
Mr. Mims, a word if you wouldn't
Mr.
mind.
Mims.
Yes, what is it?
Are you sure you can't tell me anything about how?
It's like I've told you.
Okay, sabotage.
I found the person responsible for sabotaging your iron mill.
Oh, yeah?
His name is Peyton Ferguson. He's currently at the Bow Street Jail.
Hey, not bad. I owe you one, Detective.
Hell yeah, you do.
certainly does.
What can you tell me about Hannibal Kirkland?
Good worker. Mostly kept to himself. Real shame what happened to him.
Okay, not all these guys are assholes. That's kind of, that part's falling apart. They must have done something for this person to think that it's justice, though, right? This person.
Do you know if anyone here disliked Kirkland?
Enough to want him dead? Nah, there's the occasional scrap, but everyone around here gets along for the most part. Like I said, he mostly kept to himself. Head down, didn't bother nobody.
Do you know what he did outside of work?
No idea. I only ever saw him here.
You said Kirkland was a good worker?
One of my best. I knew something was up when he didn't show up for a couple of days. Don't think he'd ever missed work before.
Did he have any personal effects he kept here, or an area where he worked?
He had a cabinet downstairs in the workers' changing area, just like everyone else. You can go take a look if you want, but I don't think the police found anything. Kirkland's cabinet is the third one from the left.
I'll be going now.
Be careful on your way out.
Okay, so now we get to go in here. What does the sign say? What does the sign say? Gents, please stop shaving in the showers. The cleaning lady almost tore my head off. She says the drains can't take all the hair. What are they? I mean, if it's just tiny little stubs, it shouldn't be that bad, right? Never had that problem before.
Just another unmarked storage cabinet. Just another unmarked...
I don't remember which one you told me this is. This one, Kirkland's cabinet. Oh shit, did he tell me what the code was? I did not pay that close attention. Let's look at some other stuff.
At least having a heater down here manages to keep things warm. I remember the changing rooms at the police station were always ice cold. Just another... Sounds like there's someone in there. If you weren't so bashful, I'd suggest joining in. You could certainly use it.
Oh, come on, Bill. Hold on, let me look at this. 5, 3, 5. Numbers I'm seeing, but did the casebook maybe have it? Did he tell me what the numbers were? Nah, I think it's a puzzle. So that 5, 5, 3. There's a 5 on the boat. There's a 5 here, and there's 3 here. Oh no! Thank you, Crispy, for that JoJo moment. Oh, is that it? And then, oh, didn't mean to do that. Exit, exit. I guess it would just work if I got it. So it could be 535. I guess I could then try 355. No. I guess it was 553 that I originally had, right? I guess the only numbers I see on the screen, but maybe they're trying to be a bit of a red herring or something, you think? We got this 5, and then here, a 5 and a 3. Tallies. Or that's an 8 altogether. Could be an 8, and then the third number is somewhere else? 5, 8. I don't know what the other number would be. Obviously 666. Well, let's try it. We'll see if maybe there's even an achievement for it or something. 8675309. Nope, I'm gonna pass the 6. 666. Oh damn. Then he would have been the killer for sure. Good evening, Dom. What's up, Papa? How's it going, man? Well, thanks for coming in. How's your day been? I know you've had a busy day at work as well. It sounds like we were both in quite a few meetings today. Testimony. Let's go back up and talk to him. I don't know. I'm not seeing it. Nothing? Dang. Yeah, it would have been cool if it was something, right? Just finished tacos? Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, we had our equivalent of a grooming today. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, that's always fun, isn't it? Something I can do here?
Completely ruined.
Why does it let me click it like that? Like, usually when it has a finger like that, it means I can actually interact with it. Oh, thank you for shouting out Shyla, Papa. I appreciate that. Yeah, if anybody here, if there's anybody hanging out who hasn't checked out Shyla's Instagram page, well, there's a link right there. You should check it out. She's a great artist. Thank you for doing that, Papa. I always forget about shout-outs and stuff. Let's talk to him again.
Mr. Mims?
Yes?
Kirkland's cabinet.
Would you happen to know the combination to Hannibal Kirkland's cabinet?
No. Every worker sets their own combination, and I don't ask for it.
What happens if they were to forget it?
Well, I have have them come up with some sort of personal reminder and keep those in a file.
And do you still have Kirkland's?
I'll give it to you as soon as we're done talking.
I'll be going now.
Be careful on your way out.
Another
There you
clue.
go. You're lucky I only clean out my files at the end of the year.
See, I always told you I wasn't disorganized. Just preparing for the future.
Okay. The shipwreck, the red plus white, the sign, Kirkland. Okay, so it's 5, whatever the red plus white is, and then 8. Okay. 5 something 8. The red plus white. Was it the 4 that was out there? Because I just saw on the wall there. There's a 4. So maybe it's 5, 4, 8. I don't know what else red plus white would be. This one's definitely 8. Got it!
Empty. That's disappointing.
And then there's
Completely empty. There's something at the bottom here.
what do we got, Miles? The Gilded Lily. 12 refined ladies in waiting. All sizes. Petite, skinny, bosom, buxom. I don't know how you say that. Special. Present this handbill and 50 shillings for the normal 1 crown treat. 458 Petticoat Lane, Chumley. American. Looks like a brothel.
It seems our friend Hannibal had a few extracurricular activities after all.
Gilded Lily, huh?
There's that lily again.
Who knew such a pretty flower could cause such an inconvenience? The answer to that question is me, in case you were wondering. Flowers bring nothing but trouble. Trouble and snot.
That's enough. Bill.
Someone had an allergy.
Get a move on.
Nice. Got some clues, dude. Let's get out of here. Thank you. How do I shout people or shout out LMAO? Yeah, the command is exclamation point SO, and she might be able to do it because she's a VIP. So you might, if you want to try Shyla, you can give Papa a shout or Noah or somebody, anybody, if you want. I think VIPs might be able to do it, and if you're interested in doing it, Shyla, like I can give you the ability to for sure. I have the how I operate is I just give people the mod like abilities if they want to use them. You know, if you're willing to use it, I'll give it to you. If you ever abuse it, I guess I'll take it away. Yeah, it's just exclamation point SO for shout out, and then the person's name. I want to shout Papa Wolf out. Try it. If you do, here's an easier way of doing it too, shout. If you do exclamation point SO space and then hit the @ sign, it should bring up a list of everyone's names, and then you should be able to start typing Papa, and it'll come up, and you can just click it, and then it'll put his exact username there, and then try submitting that, and we'll see if it works for VIP. Actually, I did similar for my VPs. They get extra perms. Yeah, same here. Yeah, there you go. There it works. Yeah. Basically, for me, if you're a VIP, you're basically like a mod, pretty much. I think you just don't get all the mod stuff. I think that Twitch separates. If there's anything Twitch separates between VIPs and mods, you don't get that. But all of my commands, you do. Did that work? Awesome. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I need to make a custom one for you, Papa, because I just have you as the default one still. But since you're a Strange Planet boy, I need to get you a custom one. Maybe I should make the old. We haven't done this in a while. Maybe I should make this pop out for you, Papa, when you get shouted out. I'm like, oh, there he is. Hello, Papa. See you later. I need to do this stuff. I feel powerful, as you should. So yeah, I need to rig up a cool shout-out thing for you as well, Papa. And if you have anything else you'd like me to try to include, you let me know. I love that. I'm glad you like it. Yeah, I need to use it more often. I think I have a Papa command for Papa to use. If he ever wants to make it pop out, he can just say exclamation point Papa, I think. I want to say I did that. I think so. Man, I'm having so much fun and I have to go. I don't want to. Oh, I'm sorry that you have to go. Oh, there he goes. Oh, yeah, it's this one. Oh, it's random. That's right. It chooses between the 2 clips. That's right. Hello. See you later. Oh, it ended too early. Whoops. I'm sorry they have to go, Shyla. We're sad to see you go, but it's okay. if you get a chance to come back, and we're still going, you know you're welcome. Taking my car to the shop and going to get a banana bread. Oh yeah, hell yeah, banana bread. Do I still have my hell yeah button for that? Is that what this one did? No, that's just the combo for hell yeah. There it is. Yeah, there you go. That's the banana bread hell yeah, banana bread at work guy. You guys ever seen that meme? I think it's like a TikTok or a Vine or something where the guy's just like, we got banana bread at work. Hell yeah, bro. That's so good. There we go. Now we got the hell yeah combo going. Thanks, guys. We'll see you tomorrow night for sure, though. Sounds good, Shyla. See you tomorrow for some Death Loop. Excited to continue that. Sorry, I talked over the meme. Stay safe and have a good night. Absolutely. You do it. All right, we're going to go to the Gilded Lily and see what we got going on here. Yeah, have a good night, Shyla.
Well, hello there, handsome. Welcome to the Gilded Lily. Come over here and
Does she have
tell
an
me
eye patch?
what kind of pleasure it is you're looking for.
I'm afraid I'm here for business, not pleasure.
Oh, well, that's just a shame, isn't it?
I'm Miles Fordham, private investigator. And you are?
You can call me Serafina. I'm in charge of this establishment.
You won't mind if I take a look around or ask you some questions?
As long as you keep to the front room, you can do whatever you like. Beyond that, you're gonna have to pay.
Maybe it's best if you leave this part out when you tell Adelaide about the case later.
Yeah, probably.
I'm not too familiar with places like this, but I believe that's where the fun happens. If you've got the crowns for it.
I think I understand what you're saying, Bill.
Oh, my virgin eyes.
Naked ladies.
You certainly won't find art like that at the National Gallery.
You won't? Why not?
Looks nervous. Wonder if this is his first time.
Got a door. Guess that's everything we can look at. Let's try to talk to the madam.
May I ask you a few questions,
Booba!
Serafina?
Of course you may, but I can't guarantee
I love that emote.
the answers will be free.
Oh, another cat whisker fell off. Yoink. Yeah, she has an eye patch. Well, what happened to you, girl? Somebody hurt you? Kind of bad encounter one time?
Do you know anything about the Justice Killer?
I'm afraid not, dear.
She is the Justice
I don't
Killer.
normally associate with killers.
Are you sure you don't know anything? He's the reason I'm here.
Well, I can assure you I know nothing about your murderer. If the trail has led you here, it's surely just coincidence.
Yeah, she seems awfully certain of that. It's a good thing we don't believe in coincidences.
My mind went somewhere else on that eye patch. I don't know where it went then. No. Hannibal Kirkland.
Did you have a man named Hannibal Kirkland as a client?
I make it my practice not to learn the names of any customers here, Mr. Fordham. I hate to disappoint anyone who comes through those doors, but discretion is paramount in this business.
Well, at least you know you can trust these women with your secrets.
You should have been more careful in the dark, if you know what I mean. There you go, Crispy. Perfect use of the emote as well. Oh, man, that's so funny.
This is a lovely establishment you have, and such a nice name, too.
Look down the barrel.
My dear. It wasn't always called the Gilded Lily, though. We were formerly
Watch out for that
known
money
as
shot.
La Maison de Tolérance.
What inspired the name change?
That's a bit of a long story. Not worth getting into.
How long have you been operating?
Going on 25 years. Business has been good. There's a reason this is the world's oldest profession, you know.
All right. I get it.
So, how did you get into this business?
Like many of the other girls, it was the best of some bad options. I had no interest in being beholden to a husband. I may be a fallen woman, but better to fly and fall than to have your wings clipped.
Do you enjoy the work?
It's a job like any other, Mr. Fordham. There are good days and there are bad days. But my girls are my family. We take care of each other. I couldn't ask for anything better.
Thank you for your time.
Of course, my dear.
Okay, I feel like we didn't really get anything out of that. But okay. Can't talk to this guy. Can we get to this
I
door?
think that room is reserved for paying customers. We won't be able to get back there without a good reason.
So we need more before we come back then, huh?
We've exhausted her knowledge.
Okay, let's get out of here then. I was not fully equipped. So we got nothing else here. We went to the Gilded Lily, but we're kind of at a standstill there. I don't know why we still have the lamp depot up. Still haven't gone to the Parliament yet. We could do that. Can we go back to the Rowan Coffee House? I don't think we've got anything else for to talk to her about, but maybe. I mean, it's still on the map.
She's busy. No
Okay, that's what I thought. We didn't have anything else to say to her right now, but we might in the future. So, let's go to the Parliament. Haven't done that yet. What the fuck? Oh god, I forgot. This is a crime scene.
Hello,
God damn.
Edwards. I'm investigating the Justice Killer. I believe I've got a very promising lead.
I heard an officer mention new orders from Snelling, but I thought he was just pulling my leg. Feel free to have a look around. I'm just writing up the notes from my initial examination of the body, so I'll be happy to share my findings.
Sweet.
Good. I'll just get started then.
Looks pretty fresh. I wonder what the killer uses to write with.
You think it's his finger? Finger painting?
Nothing but a bunch of boring documents. You'd think he could have at least been considerate enough to keep something scandalous in here.
Considerate enough.
Biographies and autobiographies. Dull, dull, dull.
That does sound pretty dull. Unless it's the right biography, I guess.
Leave it to a politician to hang a portrait of himself in his own office. No signs of forced entry that I can see. The murderer didn't come in through this window.
There's papers on the floor. Calendar?
Odd. The page for this month has been torn out. You suppose Edwards might know anything about that?
Probably not, but maybe.
Nothing has been written in yet for next month. Curious.
Interesting small details that might matter. Look at the body.
Former Percival McDonough, being a good politician.
Okay, I think I've looked at everything. Now we're ready to talk to the duder. Yeah, what's up there, Dr. Edwards?
Got a moment, Edwards?
Of course. What's on your mind?
Well, there's a dead body sitting right over here, so I'm kind of thinking about that a little bit.
So, what was found at the crime scene?
A dead body.
Edwards.
Hey, just trying to lighten the mood a bit. Anyway, there was also the word justice written in blood, as you can see on the floor there.
Is that all?
What more do you need?
A lily.
All the pieces are in place. This is the work of the Justice Killer.
But there's no lily. Easter lily.
Did you find an Easter lily anywhere?
An Easter lily?
Yes. The Justice Killer leaves one at every crime scene.
Is that right? I never noticed.
Neither did anyone else, apparently.
So how does leaving a lily at the scene of the crime figure into all of this?
I'm still trying to figure that out, but I think it might be important to understanding his motive.
Well, be sure to let me know if you do figure it out. The thought process of killers is a twisted, curious thing.
You think that each of the guys that were killed were just cheating on their wives or something, and it's all like an adultery type of justice? You know what I mean? Because you have the Gilded Lily is what the brothel is called, and each person is killed and the lily's left. Perhaps all these guys were just cheating by going to the brothel, and this whoever's a justice killer like just was really upset about that, I guess, apparently. And that's so that he started murdering people that went there, but then you'd have to know everybody who went there, I guess. So that would make kind of sense if the person who was the killer worked at the Gilded Lily in that sense, in that case. So that's interesting. All right, let's continue.
What did your examination of the body turn up?
Apparent cause of death was a single gunshot to the head, exactly like all the other victims. The bullet is still lodged in his brain. I'll remove it once I transport the body back to the mortuary.
Anything else?
No personal effects of note, just a folded up piece of paper in his breast pocket. It's blank, so the police weren't interested. I assume you aren't either.
Never assume, Edwards. I'll take it if you don't mind.
Be my guest.
Maybe we need to put some lemon juice on it or something, or whatever you need to show invisible ink. It could be something like that. Maybe we need to see if there's an impression that's left on it.
Did the police manage to learn anything during their investigation?
Not much beyond what I've already told you. I think they were planning on speaking to the victim's wife, though.
Did you get the address?
I did, as a matter of fact. 1820 Kent Place.
Now we get to deal with the Grieving Widow. Hopefully the officers who delivered the news got the worst of it.
2 gunshot wounds to the head. Ruled a suicide. Obviously. 2 gunshot was dead. There's a clear suicide. Murderer Snelling. Noah locked in their guess. Is Snelling at work? Yes, it does, but it's now a part of the same list as the Phoenix Wright one, so now it's going to appear in the Phoenix Wright list. Yeah, it's okay, Noah. Not a big deal. Yeah, I didn't make a way to use that in multiple streams like we do with Phoenix Wright, but you know what? We play enough mystery games. Maybe I oughta, dude, because I can. It just takes a little bit more logic, and I can make it work where we can like save the lists for different games or something. I can do that. But now we know that Noah thinks it's Snelling. At least we have that written down somewhere. But yeah, no problems, dude. Don't worry about it.
What's your take on this whole justice killer situation?
It's giving me a lot of extra work, let me tell you. We haven't had a serial murderer in a long time. Not since that fellow who was poisoning people about 10 years ago.
Ah, yes. Gascon Ghoul. Now, there was a case.
Any theories or insights regarding the killer's motive or identity?
That's not really my specialty. If you want to get into that psychology stuff, you're better off talking to someone like Snelling.
I just had a thought that it'd be cool to do. I mean, it'd probably be too boring to describe to you guys, but I thought it'd be cool if I could figure out, I guess, to kind of broad stroke what I'm thinking is, it'd be cool if with Mix It Up, if I can get it to where Mix It Up can like read what game we're playing right now, and if the game if that game has a file, just write it to that file instead of having to like load which one that we're playing. Because I can get the name of the game that's like connected to the stream right now. That's something I can pull down, and so I wonder if I can get that. I wonder if I can get that to work. That'd be cool. What if the killer is female? See, I think the killer could be female. I'm with you, Crispy. Now that we have this whole Gilded Lily thing and the woman with the eye patch, I mean, that's interesting. She looks like she could be a killer, I guess, you know what I mean? But I feel like it could be someone who works at the brothel, so it certainly could be female, I think. Who knows? Or maybe gender fluid. I don't know. Who knows?
Does it feel good to be out of the office?
As long as I have the chance to examine a body and learn something in the process, I don't care where I am. Though I do admit a preference to working in my own environment. Fieldwork can be a bit uncertain. There's so much more potential for contamination, especially with those clumsy officers trouncing about groping everything. Present company excluded, of course.
Yeah, I'm not groping shit, dog.
Edwards, did you notice McDonough's desk calendar?
I did. This month has been torn out. I asked the officers investigating the scene, and they had no idea what happened to it.
So it wasn't found in this room?
That's right. My theory is that the killer took it.
Which means there was probably something incriminating written on it. If only there was some way of knowing what it was.
Yeah, we can.
Have you forgotten the oldest trick in the book? Just find
a
a pencil
and get the
information
impression.
in no time.
Yeah, dude.
Edwards, do you have a pencil I might borrow?
Of course. Take this one.
Thank you.
I've seen enough movies, including Wild
That's all
Wild
for
West,
now,
to know that that's a
Good luck
tactic.
with your investigation.
I guess the first time I ever saw that was in Wild Wild West. Jim West does that, I'm pretty sure.
A classic trick. Let's see if it works.
Oh, there's something. Ruby T. Shackley, 10 p.m. We had met a Ruby, right? Was that the name of Rowan's girlfriend or something? Thought we had met a Ruby. Looks like it's just these days down here then, huh? There we go.
Aha! McDonough met with this person the night of the murder. I'll bet 500 crowns it's a false name, but at least it's something.
Tap, 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 tap. Still drawing, still drawing. Alright, how do I get out of this mode now? Oh, maybe I just got to fill this in even more. There we go.
Intriguing. I wonder if this is the same Ruby the girl at the coffee house mentioned.
Oh, she had mentioned Ruby. That's what it was. Oh, yeah, her friend was Ruby, right? Her, like, best friend's name was Ruby.
It seems the killer didn't want anyone to know about this meeting with McDonough, and possibly not with Ruby either. It seems the killer didn't want anyone to know about this meeting with
Okay, this is saying the same thing. Gotcha. I'm curious now. Does the murderer command overwrite a user's previous guess, or does it just add it to the list? I think it should just add it to the list. Go ahead and use the command who done it, or who did it, or whatever. Just that alone should bring us up the list. So it should have just appended it to the list. I don't know that it even checks to see if you have a previous guess. It's a little bit limited in what it can do. So it said Noah, but I think you already had one in there, right? Yeah, you had Adrian Andrews, and then it just added on Snow. Yeah, it just appended it to the end. So there we go. Yeah, it just adds it. Maya did it, says Papa. We'll see about that, Papa. Take that. Yeah, I wish that's one thing I really wish Mix It Up had was like, I want it to be able to say like, hey, Mix It Up, I have a list that I've created, you know, through another command of like people's usernames. I want you to take this person's name out of the list, but it can't do that. You can grab a specific line if you want, but I have no way of determining that I can figure out in Mix It Up how to figure out what line your name is on. Like if I could just have the ability to figure out what line it's on, I could then assign that to like removing or adding lines or whatever. And that would be perfect for taking people in and out of a queue, but right now, all I can do is take the first or last person out, like, reliably. I can't find out where people are in a list, and that's just like, gosh, it's like such a simple parsing exercise, you know what I mean? They don't handle params well, right, yeah. So, that might be one thing I actually, honestly, thinking about it, that I should put in either their Discord or wherever they take, like, possible feature, you know, added features or whatever, because that's got to be something that's not that hard to add, you know. And if they feel like it is something that's, you know, they want to add, then hopefully they would do that, because it would make it a lot more powerful. And I know you can do it. I mean, that shit runs C# and stuff. I know it can do that. You know. All right, let's see. Because basically, I feel like I would just need to loop through every line in the document, and if the line matches, if that line matches this string, which would be like your name, then it should be able to tell me what line it was on, you know, through the loop even if it was just like counting through the loop, and I'm just like, oh, then what loop count are we on once I finally found the name of that? Well, that's the line, you know. Like there's quite a few ways that you could get that functionality without even directly putting it in there, you know. All right, we're gonna go to the widow's house. The McDonough residence. Did you know your husband was sleeping with a whore?
What?
Her name was Ruby.
Who are you?
I'm Miles Fordham, private investigator. Your butler just announced me.
Oh, of course.
Did he? We didn't hear it.
Forgive me. I was just, well, never mind. Please make yourself comfortable, Mr. Fordham.
Thank you, Mrs. McDonough.
I will, thank you.
They look expensive, but I bet they're totally worthless. I feel sorry for the sucker who has to clean them. Just a painting of some boring old aristocrat. Surely this one was called Lady Felicity Euphemia Beaver Snatch the Simple.
Beaver Snatch, nice one, dude. You know, when you guys talk coding, it makes me understand how it feels when I go hardcore music theory on people who don't know music. Yeah, right? For sure, I can see what you mean, yeah. You start using terms and stuff that you might not be familiar with. Like, I feel like string may have been one of the ones that not everyone knows what a string is. It's a very basic coding term, but it's not very intuitive. But it makes sense once you know why they call it that. I should do a coding stream sometime. That could be either really fun or super boring, right, dude? I totally feel you there. Because I thought a coding stream could be fun back when I was playing, or when I was messing around with Minecraft modding and stuff. And if I ever get back into that, maybe we can give it a shot sometime. But I'm totally with you, Pop. It's hard to make it super exciting. That's why I was like, well, maybe if it was like a Minecraft mod, because I've watched, there's a guy I watched for a while, who, I think his name was Fangbone on Glimish, and he was doing that. He was making his own mod for Minecraft that would make it like DayZ for his server. And I thought that was so badass, and it was cool to watch him because, like, well, first of all, I understand coding enough to be like, okay, well, I can see what he's doing there. And then it was cool to like have him write some code, him explain what the code was going to do in the game, and then he goes to test it in the game, and then we get to see the effect of it, or, you know, we get to see it bug out or whatever. And I thought that was really cool. But I can't think of too many other ways to make it actually like exciting. The fact that it was connecting to a video game, I feel like made it exciting.
This one looks like a Lady Camilla Prudence Wigglewaddle the Grey.
Bill's good at coming up with these silly names.
Lord Alfred Edward Shufflebottom the Wise comes to mind when looking at this one.
Oh, a lot of bottoms.
They look expensive, but I bet they're totally worthless.
Saying the same thing.
I think I'll call this one Lord Edmund Henry Lickspittle the Elder.
Lickspittle. Alright, time to just talk to the lady. Can't look at the fireplace? No. Especially when there are 30-minute caps of me searching how to parse array, right? Yeah, I totally know what you mean. You gotta look up stuff really quick. Yeah, I'm sure that's exciting as well, right? Like, let me Google something code stuff real quick. What's the syntax for that?
I appreciate you seeing me, Mrs. McDonough. I know you must be going through a difficult time right now.
What exactly is it you want from me, Mr. Fordham? I already spoke to the police about my husband's murder.
I just have a few questions of my own.
Oh, very well.
Oh man, she looks pissed, dude. Like, I don't want to fucking talk. Sounds like me Googling chord relationships in order to explain them. Yeah, there you go. Something like that. Except for us, it wouldn't just be to explain it. It's because we literally don't know how the syntax works. You know, like, I don't know if I got to put this in parentheses or I got to put a comma somewhere. That's why we'd be looking it up. Because that's the biggest thing when it comes to coding is just like figuring out what the syntax is, which really just means like I was saying, like where parentheses and stuff go. How to, like, if it's an if statement, you know, do I end it with a semicolon or what, you know? Some small little things like that sometimes. It's like, I know how to do this in another language. I know that it's even possible, even sometimes. That's the only thing. It's like, I know you can do this. I just don't know what to type to do it. So let me look it up.
What can you tell me about your husband?
Yeah, it's probably something like that, though. No, I think it's probably a good analogy.
I told the police, Mr. Fordham. Percival was one of the hardest working members of Parliament. He took his job extremely seriously. The recent election caused him a terrible amount of consternation, as I'm sure it did most people. He took Atwood's loss rather hard.
Did you see much of him?
I beg your pardon?
Surely someone with such an important position in government could find themselves consumed by their work. Did he spend much time at home?
He made it a point to come home and have dinner with me every night, even if he had to return to the office afterwards.
How nice.
Did that happen often?
At least 3 or 4 times in a week, yes. He'd stay in his office working late into the night. As I said, he was very dedicated to his role.
Sounds to me like she's quite dedicated to hers, too.
I think I get what you're saying there, Bill. Welcome back, Stella. Squeaky, squeaky clean, Stella. If, then, I'm geeking out over here. There you go.
Did your husband have any enemies?
And then else.
He was a politician,
If else.
Mr. Fordham.
That's what I'm talking
Half the city hated him.
Did he ever receive any kind of threats against his life?
None that I was ever made aware of. I have no idea who could have killed him, let alone who could have gotten into his office to do it. He hadn't told me about any meetings or appointments this week either.
Was it his custom to inform you of his work affairs?
Oh, well, I've always taken an interest in my husband's work. He'd often mention initiatives he was working on or people he was meeting, that sort of thing. Nothing sensitive or confidential, you understand. Just conversation about his day.
I get you, girl. Switch A, B, C, yeah. Logic helped me so much in my job. Hell yeah, yeah. It's cool. That's one thing I like about coding in general is that it's really just logic, and I feel like anybody, if they just knew the syntax, could probably do a lot of good stuff with code, because it's actually pretty simple. It's all basically logic. Once you know how to, like, type it or whatever, once you know the syntax, the logic is usually pretty simple, because it's just, you're just using very basic stuff. Like, when I do this, I do that, you know? Like you said, if, then, and then else, you know? You just check stuff, and if the stuff is what you want, then you do the thing, you know? It's actually very simple. The hardest part is syntax and stuff. Or, like, sometimes if you go into, like, more advanced programming where the logic is not really intuitive anymore because it's kind of complex, like, it can definitely get that way. But I think, like, a very base level of code is just very simple logic, you know what I mean? Like those tools that you use, Stella, you know? Those integration tools and stuff. Like, I feel like they're just utilizing pretty basic logic. It's just such a handy tool to have it be so accessible to where you don't need to know syntax anymore, but you're still using code. It's just most of the code is, you don't write the code, you just hook things up, and then the code's just designed to work. Because we have such, I guess, good languages out there anymore, to be honest, if you think about it. The fact that APIs exist and you can just kind of hook APIs together is pretty great. It's pretty awesome. Really enables your average Joe to do some really cool stuff.
Can you think of any reason why your husband would have been murdered?
Not really. He was a vocal opponent of the construction of the Gascogne-Chumley Bridge, but I hardly think that would have been sufficient reason to drive someone to murder.
Why is that?
Well, it's just a bridge, isn't it? There are plenty of other ways to get to Chumley.
I meant, why was he opposed to it?
Yeah, why was he opposed to it?
Because the amount of money required to build it is exorbitant. Public funds should be used on roads and buildings that are falling apart. What's the point of having something shiny and new if everything around it is in disrepair?
Well, the point is to connect two pieces of parts of the city that are hard to travel between, and to try to probably bring up Chumley out of disrepair by being able to bring repair trucks and supplies to it. I think that's the rebuttal to her statement, I would say. Yeah, after taking a computer vision class, I am so glad I can just import that as a Python library now. Yeah, there you go. And yeah, then it handles a lot of the hairy stuff for you, so he doesn't understand infrastructure. Yeah, right? It sounds to me she's probably under the opinion like, well, we don't need to repair Chumley. Chumley's just a piece of shit. We just need to repair the finer parts of town. They need to be held up and make sure they're always shiny and new. You know? I feel like she'd be under that
How are you feeling, Mrs.
opinion.
McDonough?
My husband of 42 years was shot in his office. How do you think I feel?
Tactful as always, Fordham. How do you do it?
My apologies. Perhaps that wasn't the most appropriate question.
It wasn't really all that inappropriate, to be honest.
You can start by finding the monster who murdered Percival.
Already on it. Was on it before he was murdered, basically.
Do you know anyone named Shackley?
No, I've never heard that name before. Why?
I saw your husband had a meeting scheduled with him shortly before his murder.
That can't be right. He didn't tell me about that. He always told me about his meetings.
It was written on his office calendar, clear as day.
As I said, I don't know who that person is. Why wouldn't Percival have told me about their meeting?
Why indeed?
It sounds like he told you all sorts of stuff. How about this Ruby?
Are you familiar with someone named Ruby?
I can't say I am. Who is it?
Just a name that's come up in my investigation.
Sounds like the name of a trollop, or perhaps a dog.
Trollop. Is that what you call him? The Justice Killer.
Have you heard of the Justice Killer?
That was the name the police mentioned when they told me about Percival's murder. It's absolutely terrifying to think that one sick person could be capable of such evil. Why is he called the Justice Killer? What justice was done by murdering my husband?
I'm afraid I can't answer that right now, Mrs. McDonough, but I intend to find out. Those are all the questions I have for now,
There's an easy
Mrs.
answer
McDonough.
to what she's
All
saying.
right, Mr. Fordham.
They don't call him the Justice Killer because he's bringing justice. They call him the Justice Killer because he writes justice in blood after he kills someone. I get why she might, automatically assume, like, why are they calling him that? Because it sounds like he's bringing justice. It's like, I don't know. He just writes the word, that's all. If he wrote, I don't know, poopy cock on the wall, he'd be the poopy cock killer, okay? Or just drew a giant dick butt. Alright, let's see. Let's look at the casebook here. It still wants me to investigate the office at Parliament? Okay. Was there something I missed? Maybe there's new facts that I need to bring.
The former Percival. No time to waste.
Window? We already looked at the window.
No signs of forced entry.
Already looked at those. Looked at that. Just gotta make sure there wasn't something where it was like, I looked at it once, but then I could have clicked it, and then I didn't. That happens a lot.
Looks pretty fresh.
I must have to come back here maybe when I find out who some of these people are, because I don't think there's anything else here to click. You don't like that stuff? I was trying to come up with something stupid. That's all I had. Ah, yes, the terrifying case of the poopy cock killer. Take a look at the case. What else we got? kind of at a standstill with that for the moment. Learn more about Reggie Willingham's personal life. I don't remember who Reggie Willingham was. Oh, he was the cabbie driver. He was the one that had that his house, right? But we can't go back to his apartment anymore, and we can't go to the cab driver place anymore. So how am I supposed to find out more about him, I wonder? Don't have anything to say to the girlfriend yet, I don't think. Speak to the serving girl at the Rowan Coffee House. I don't think I have anything for her yet. Investigate the Gilded Lily. Speak with Miss McDonough. Find out about the identity of Ruby. Oh, I do think I have something, because we have to find out about the identity of Ruby, and Rowan Coffee House girl knew Ruby. That's probably where we're at. Okay, let's try that. When I have a brain fart, I say it in French to sound fancy. Pensée pétard. Did I say that right? Pensée pétard. It does sound way cooler. That's like saying je ne sais quoi, right? It just means I don't know what. But when we say, oh, it's just missing that je ne sais quoi, you know, it sounds all fancy, but it just means it's missing that I don't know what it is. You know, that's all you're actually saying.
Begging your pardon, miss.
How can I help you, sir?
Ruby. A ruby, 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 ruby. Perfect pronounced. Nice, cool. French gets me sometimes, so I'm happy to know that.
This friend of yours, Ruby, did she know an MP named Percival McDonough?
I'm not sure. Ruby knows a lot of men.
Ruby knows a lot of
I
men.
don't mean... It's just... Oh, damn it all, me and my big mouth. She'll have my guts for garters now.
It's all right. No one's in trouble. But I think I'd like to speak
That's
to
something Mallory Archer said as well.
Tell me where I can find her.
No. You see, she moves around quite a lot. Never in the same place for more than a night or two.
Right. I think she's given us a clear picture of what Ruby does for a living. Normally, I'd be all for pressing this girl more until she cracks, but I like her. I think we'll be able to find Ruby without causing her more discomfort.
Well, thank you for the information. It was very helpful.
This Ruby girl sounds like a real brick house, if you know what I mean. She's mighty, just letting it all hang out, you know what I'm saying? French baffles me with its vast amount of unused vowels. Yeah, that's the hardest part about French, is sort of understanding what sounds to use for vowels most of the time. I mean, it's consonants sometimes too. They have some pairings and stuff. And another thing that was really hard for French for me was that they do this thing where, if I'm remembering right, I might be butchering the description of this, but it's like, if you want to, if you use a word, if you just say like a word, it might be like la something, but then if you say it in a sentence, you just add the L sound to the end of the word before it, which is very like hard to like wrap your mind around as like a primary English speaker, I feel like, because you don't really have anything like that. Because it's almost like the a versus an kind of deal, but it's different at the same time, because it's like not like this that kind of specific use case. It's just like, well, now you're using it in a sentence, so you need to remember, you need to know that you're about to say that word when you say the word before it, so you can add an L sound or whatever, you know. You just add part of the sound to the previous word. And it was probably just sort of like how people ended up using the language, but very complicated. Noah, you ever see Loic? I don't think I have either. All right, let's see. So we got the whole Ruby thing situation figured out, I guess. And now we're going to go back to the Gilded Lily to ask about Ruby, because we know that Ruby is a lady of the night, if you will.
May I ask
She's
you
a brick house.
Serafina?
Of course you may, but I can't guarantee the answers will be free.
Ruby, 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 Ruby.
Do you by chance have a girl named Ruby in your service?
Ruby? Yes, she's one of our newest girls.
Oh.
And she's not in any sort of trouble, is she?
Not at all. I merely wanted to speak with her.
Well, she should be in the dressing room. If you go through the rear door and follow the hallway down, it's the last door on the left.
I see. Thank you. Did you know Percival McDonough?
The politician? I knew who he was, but never met him personally.
He was seeing Ruby, wasn't he?
Not regularly, no. In fact, his first and only visit with her was yesterday.
Were you aware that he was murdered shortly after that?
I had no idea. How terrible.
Yes, it is terrible. This means she's lost a potential repeat customer.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
And a high dollar one.
Of course, my dear.
A whale, as they call him. I posted him in Discord. So funny. Oh, is that the comedian? I totally forgot to look at that, Stella. Is that the name of the comedian he had posted? I'm remembering now. You said you had posted a comedian. I totally forgot to check it out. I'm sorry.
Oh, hello. Did Serafina send you back here for me?
You can see why they call you Ruby.
But not for the usual reasons. I'm a private investigator. My name is Miles Fordham. Ruby, I presume?
Yes, that's right. What do you need from me?
Just some information.
Well, I'll do my best.
Okay, it's got the dressing area.
Girls
Looks
here don't
pretty
get much in the way of
nappy
dressing
in here.
area. Still, something is better than nothing, I suppose.
I know I came here to speak to you, but let me take a look at this picture.
Lily, 1809 to 1843. I wonder what happened to her.
1843. That was not very long ago, right? Because I think it's 1844 now in the game.
I'm guessing this is where most of the girls keep their personal belongings. Doesn't seem to offer much in the way of privacy.
It doesn't really seem to, does it? All right, we're gonna talk to Ruby, but I'm gonna go to the restroom really quick, and then we'll get on to that. Let me catch up on chat real quick, though. The one pet peeve I have is some people have told me that learning Spanish, Italian, and French is easier when I told them I'm learning Japanese, Korean, and Chinese instead. Okay, that's funny. Yeah, I guess I was told that a lot when I was a kid, too. It's funny that that's a response to you saying that. For me, anytime I've told somebody what language I'm trying to learn, because I've tried to learn French and Japanese as well, people, I guess, this might be like a similar response that people have had that I've gotten, is that people tell me that Spanish is probably the most useful language you can learn. It's just like, yeah, okay, fair enough. You know, a lot more people around me speak Spanish, and I don't know Spanish, so, you know, fair enough. Which I also did try to learn Spanish, or Castellano, really. Yeah, it's weird that people would say that. I guess I've always just heard that they're easier because they're romance languages, so they all have, you know, similar stuff. Like between Spanish and Italian, I know there's quite a bit of stuff that sounds very similar. And so if you learn one, I guess it's supposed to be easy to kind of learn the other. But yeah. Yep, all good. I do recommend checking him out. I think his content is witty. That sounds good. Yeah, I need to check him out. I'm sorry I forgot about that. Do you think they say that because of their lack of exposure to those languages? Possibly. I mean, for me, my teachers always just told us that it was easier because of the romance languages. So I guess that's why I assume they would say something like that. But Japanese definitely, I think Japanese has been one of the easier ones, to be honest, to learn. I think writing it would probably be harder just because the letters are completely different. The characters, I should say, are different. But I don't know. I felt like I was doing pretty good with Japanese, and it wasn't too weird or complex for my American mind. Yeah, I don't know. Japanese was definitely easier than French for me. Yeah, I agree, Crispy. That's the two things I'm comparing to, because I tried my hardest to learn French and Japanese felt like it was far easier than French was, because it seemed to have a lot less like rules that felt like over complex for me. You know what I mean? Like not intuitive is probably the word. You know, Japanese felt more intuitive to me in my American English-speaking brain than French was. And honestly, I didn't feel like there was a whole lot of similarity between French and Spanish. Like, I know they're all supposed to be romance languages, but French felt quite a bit different. I think it's just where you grow up. I suppose I grew up around Asian languages more than any other. Well, I guess I don't know what you mean by that, Noah, but I think like when it comes to your interest in languages, yeah, it's probably what you're exposed to, right? Like, the reason why I wanted to learn French is because I really liked Inglourious Basterds, and it made me think French sounded really cool. And the reason why I wanted to know Japanese is because I watch a lot of anime, and I'd like to be able to watch subbed anime and not have to read the subs. So I think it depends on like what you want to learn. I think, yeah, it probably depends on like where you grew up and what you're exposed to, probably. But I mean, there's definitely some logic in saying that you probably should learn Spanish as like an American, just because so many people speak Spanish in America. Like the numbers kind of bear out that logic, I guess. That's all I'm saying. I find tonal languages are more difficult because I'm a native English speaker. We just don't have that element. Yeah, that's true. Like I think Chinese is sort of tonal. I think is what you're saying, because I go high and low pitch, and that changes the meaning or something, right? If you know what the symbol says, you know how to pronounce the word. For example, ka is always ka, never k, if that makes sense. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, for sure. And the symbol, yeah, is very explicit. Yeah, it has less of those. I guess what we're saying is exceptions or whatever. You know what I mean? Like English has to be one of the hardest ones to learn, I would have thought. But who knows? It seems like so many other language speakers learn English. So I don't know. I just would have thought from outside of English that might be one of the hardest ones because we have so many exceptions and stuff, you know? All right, guys, I really have to go to the restroom, so I'll be right back.
Monday, Grand Theft Auto.
What the fuck was that, dude? Are you kidding me? I just stole this car. Oh, and then he's gonna pull me out of my car, dude. You have the audacity.
Tuesday, Lamplight City.
Boom. Oh, look at that. Oh, what the fuck, dude?
Dear God. This does not look good.
What the fuck, dude? Wow, indeed, Neptune.
Wednesday, Deathloop.
Well, if that wasn't a laser grid, oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh shit. No, they're mine, so we're good. Good thing I did that. I was like, oh no.
Thursday, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
Okay. There's no need to look so scary when you ask me. Hey, look over there! Some juicy burgers, let's eat instead.
Unfortunately, I'm more of a grilled chicken sandwich man myself.
Friday, Cyberpunk 2077. Monday, Grand Theft Auto.
What the fuck was that, dude? Are you kidding me? I just stole this car. Oh, and then he's gonna pull me out of my car, dude. You have the audacity.
Tuesday, Lamplight City.
Boom. Oh, look at that. Oh, what the fuck, dude?
Dear God. This does not look good.
What the fuck, dude? Wow, indeed, Neptune.
Wednesday, Deathloop.
Well, if that wasn't a laser grid, oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh shit. No, they're mine, so we're good. Good thing I did that. I was like, oh no.
Thursday, Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney.
Okay. There's no need to look so scary when you ask me. Hey, look over there! Some juicy burgers, let's eat instead.
Unfortunately, I'm more of a grilled chicken sandwich man myself.
Friday, Cyberpunk 2077. Monday, Grand Theft Auto.
What the fuck was that, dude? Are you kidding me? I just stole this car. Oh, and then he's gonna pull me out of my car, dude. You have the audacity.
Tuesday, Lamplight City.
Boom. Oh, look at that. Oh, what the fuck, dude?
Dear God. This does not look good.
What the fuck, dude? Wow, indeed, Neptune. All right, guys.
Wednesday,
I'm back.
Deathloop.
Give me just a second here. Well, if that wasn't a laser grid, oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh shit. No shit. All right. Oh yeah, I need to take Dom Die Angry out of there, don't I? Out of the hype one. I need to update that. Get those animated ones in there as well, dude. Like in English, share is share, but in Japanese, person might think it could be chair or it can be sh or ch, which makes it more confusing. Right? Yeah, exactly. It's all those exceptions and like these weird rules and stuff that we have. I imagine the difference between like a and an is probably something that people have to wrap their heads around and stuff. All the different theys, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. It's all probably really confusing for non-native English speakers, at least at first. It was definitely weird for me at first. Is Japanese a more popular language to learn in Australia? Because it's more common in the west coast of the U.S. than the east coast, I've noticed. Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that. I wonder how many people you sample that from. Yeah, there you go, Papa, pricking nose out there. I love the glasses, by the way. Oh, thanks, man. Yeah, I think that turned out really well. Thanks, dude. I just made that one today. I found, Papa, that I guess I have instant upload eligibility, so as soon as I upload my animated ones, they're immediately available, which is pretty cool. So I don't know what I did to earn that, but thank you, Papa Twitch, I guess. I should say Daddy Twitch. I don't want you to get confused with Papa. Yeah, me too. Nice, Papa. Hell yeah, man. I don't know why Aaron didn't get it, but at least we got something for waiting. It's awesome, dude. All right, let's talk to Ruby. Oh, Ruby. Oh, yeah, let's get some Papa emotes up in here, huh? Let's see it. It's going to spam all your emotes, Papa. Boom. Day it is. Right there. I'm loving it. Yeah, there you go. All those Papa Pats. Yeah, there you go, Noah. Hell yeah. All right, Ruby.
So, Ruby.
What you got, girl?
Yes.
Oh, she's a looker, huh?
Have you heard of the Justice Killer?
No, I don't believe so.
He's a serial murderer who's killed 5 victims, mostly men from Chumley.
Oh dear. That sounds dreadful. Is that what you're investigating?
It is. Do you know anyone who might have some information about him?
I don't. Sorry I can't be more help.
Did you ever have a client named Hannibal Kirkland?
No, that name doesn't sound familiar. Sorry.
Do you know Ennis Bowditch?
Bowditch? Didn't think I'd be hearing that name again.
Oh.
As I understand it, he was seeing your friend, the serving girl at the ruined coffee house.
Yeah, that's right. Annabelle. She broke things off with him a while ago, though.
So she said. Did you ever know him to be violent?
Violent? The bastard nearly beat Annabelle's brains in once. Why do you think she
Damn,
chucked
dude.
him?
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
At least she had the good sense to get rid of him.
Perhaps we should go confirm this newly discovered fact with Annabelle.
Maybe we should. Bill, follow up? See what Crispy said here. No, in school, we only had the option to learn French or Japanese. And in high school, you could choose another language if you wanted. Back in my grand's day, they learned German, so she was shocked Japanese was even an option for me. Like it was a sin to be involved with at all with Japan. Wow, that's crazy. I figure since you guys are so close in proximity to Japan, that in itself would make it possibly more popular. Just like, you know, us with Spanish, just because like Mexico is right there. I think that's what makes sense that we would like be pushing other Americans to possibly learn Spanish. You know what I mean? We have like incentive. Not a whole lot of Japanese people coming here to speak Japanese to us. Well, we only had the option of German, Spanish, French. In my senior year, they offered Mandarin. Oh, really? That's interesting. We had German and French at my school, but we only had German for one of the years that I was even eligible to take it. And then they stopped providing the class because no one took it. Everybody took Spanish instead. So it was kind of funny because the German teacher was also there was one of the teachers like taught both German and Spanish. And I think his native language was German, so he didn't get to teach German anymore. He just had to teach Spanish. And you could tell he was not a native Spanish guy. Interesting. Makes sense, though, regarding the sentiment toward Japan back in the day. Yeah, Japan used to be pretty isolationist and everything back in the day. As Archer says that they invented racism, I think he says it in one of the episodes. Yeah, Archer said it, not me. Yeah, 90% of the kids took Spanish. Right, yeah, same here, dude. Some older people in my family are very Asian, racist. Oh, really? Okay. Japanese and Chinese are the same thing to them. Oh, I see. It's kind of generalized the whole thing. Interesting. That's unfortunate.
Did you ever meet a man named Burley Cause?
No, I never met him, but one of the other girls had him as a client. I remember because she was laughing about his name. He wasn't very burly, if you get my meaning.
Right.
If you get my meaning.
Are you familiar with Reggie Willingham?
Oh, him? He had to be banned from here.
Really? What happened?
He got way too rough with one of the girls. She ended up shy a few teeth.
Dear Lord.
God, what's up with these violent dudes just beating up these girls? What the fuck?
Good riddance to him, I say.
Were you aware that Mr. Willingham was murdered?
What? Oh, well, now I feel terrible for saying good riddance. I meant...
I think I know what you meant, Ruby. It's fine.
What if we were talking to the killer right now? My high school had a plethora of languages to pick from: Spanish, German, Italian, French, Japanese, and formerly Mandarin. How big was your school? No, did you come from a pretty big school? Mine was very small. Nice guess there. Burly ma'am. Hell yeah, dude. So, you know, I took Spanish and American Sign Language. See, a sign language would have been cool. I think that would have been a cool one to be able to learn. That's another useful one, no matter where you live, right? I mean, I guess it's American Sign Language. And there's different sign languages, I suppose, so I guess only in America. Would that help?
You met recently with
Still,
Percival
a lot of
McDonough,
people.
is that right?
How did you know that? I thought he was meant to keep those sorts of things private.
He had your name written down in his calendar.
And you found me here based on that?
Well, I am a detective.
Suppose that's true. Anyway, yes. I only met him the one time. There wasn't anything remarkable about him. After we finished, he got all emotional about his wife, but I could hardly understand what he was saying. I hate it when they cry afterwards.
I hate it when they cry afterwards. Yeah, they either beat you to a pulp or they cry, apparently. Is there any guys that just have a good time and leave? Fuck. Kind of big, mostly overpacked, and was a low-tier school with a ton of minority representation. Okay, well, I mean, I guess kind of big is very relative, isn't it? I guess just using big would be relative. Because kind of big to you might be like fucking huge to me and my like maybe 100 people in my graduating class. You know what I mean? My graduating class was the largest at around 380 to 400 kids. Okay. So quite a bit bigger than mine. I mean, like, at least 4 times bigger than mine. At least your graduating class. Does anyone know Morse code? Oh, no way, Crispy. Only if I have to use it in a video game. Like, what was that one? The bomb defusal one? The keep talking and no one explodes one? That one, I learned a little bit of Morse code, but I ain't remembering it. I'm so bad with it. It's amazing to me that people even could use it that fast, you know? My high graduating class was a 2K. Yeah, see? That's a lot. Stella went to a big school for sure.
That's a rather nice portrait. Who's the subject?
Oh, that's Lily. Before my time. Serafina knows loads about her. Even changed the name of this place in her honor. You might try asking her if you want to know more.
It reminds me of the Moxie from, or was it the Moxie? Is that what it's called? I think it's the Moxie from Cyberpunk, a little bit.
How long have you been in this business?
Only a few months now. Used to work at a kitchen, but then they brought in some of those new automated machines.
Ah, sadly familiar story.
At least this profession isn't in any danger of being made obsolete by steam tech. Cold steel can never replace a warm touch.
So you say.
I'll just leave you to it then.
Thanks, love.
Maybe just cover that steel in a little bit of silicone or something. I don't know it at all. Yeah. Jeebus, that's a lot of kids, right? Yeah, man. I remember I went to the graduation for my uncle, and he went to a school about that big, and God, it was such a long ceremony, dude. So long. I watched a video on it, and I still don't understand how to read the code. It's you gotta get used to it. I think it's all about like getting practice with Morse code. You know what I mean? Because you gotta get used to like listening for like how long like a pause is between letters, because it's like beep 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 or whatever it might be, like S or whatever. And then you have to know, okay, like that was S, now the next couple of beeps, and then you have to know like the pause, like okay, that's a long enough pause to know that that was a letter. Like I bet it takes like a lot of like good like memory exercising and stuff. It probably is a good memory exercise, I guess is what I'm trying to say. So did we gain much here? We got to go talk to the girl at the Rowan again. Oh, we got more to speak with Miss McDonough about. Are we gonna tell her about Ruby? Are we? I mean, I don't think she can be very happy about that. The halls look like packed hormonal sardines. Yeah, very hormonal, I bet. Can we talk to her?
May I ask you if you...
Of course you may, but I can't guarantee the answers will be free.
Could you tell me about the young lady in the portrait hanging in the back room?
Ah, that's Lily Peterson. She was a wonderful woman and a great friend.
What happened to her?
It's a rather tragic story, Mr. Fordham. I'd rather not go into too much detail. The short version is this. She was with a client who got very carried away. She was able to defend herself enough to mortally wound the bastard, but the damage had already been done. The girls and I decided among us that we would rename this establishment in her honor.
Just like Moxie.
Some days it's still hard to believe she's gone. I haven't even been able to get rid of her box of things.
I'm very sorry for your loss, Serafina.
Thank you, dear. It was especially awful given Lily's past. Her sister died at the hands of her own husband some 16 years before. Some people just can't escape tragedy, no matter how far they run.
Huh. Something tells me these deaths are significant. It might be a good idea to learn as much as we can about Lily Peterson.
Yeah, because she died just a couple of years ago.
Of course, my dear.
So I could see her death being tied into this whole thing, especially with the whole Easter Lily thing, you know what I'm saying? It's all connected, dude. Let's see, Noah said, I think you'd be shocked at how that my, to know that my school district is the 4th largest in the country and rated the worst in the nation. You think those two things are linked together? Yeah, so when you put your emote out, we didn't see anything, right? I'm just curious, like, because I assume the first frame is blank, so we don't get to see your funny face on the screen. I guess if you ever want an emote not to appear on your emote wall, just make it one of those slide-in ones, or the first frame blank. I guess an animated emote. I hope that they change that up, because it would be nice to get the animations all over the screen. I think that'd be fun. More chaos. Oh yeah, it's a sneaky emote. A sneak mode. Oh, I like that. Okay. I'm down with that. Let's talk to the girl at the Rowan house. I don't remember her name. Annabelle?
Begging your pardon, miss.
How can I help you, sir?
My high school is probably rated worst in the state. I wouldn't be surprised, Crispy. Really? Oh, that's rough. I think mine was a pretty good one, but I don't know. Because I think that they would want us to believe that it was good. Whether it actually was good or not. Because I think my town was trying to bring people in from the wealthier city to the rural area, and it worked quite a bit. I mean, there's definitely a lot of people that moved down to the rural town that I lived in. It was growing quite a bit when I left. And it's grown quite a bit since. But I think it's slowed down significantly, though, in its growth. All right, Bowditch's violence. We heard that he almost bashed your head in, girl. You gotta tell us about that.
I spoke with your friend Ruby. She told me something quite disturbing.
What was that?
She said that Ennis had fits of violence, and that the reason you ended your relationship was because he hit you.
Why would she tell you that? That was my secret to tell, not hers. I thought we were friends.
It's obvious she cares about you and was worried about your well-being.
Well, it hardly matters now Ennis is dead, does it?
But is it true? Did he raise his hand to you?
Yes, it is true. As I said before, something changed in him. I have no idea what, but I had to get away.
There's something to that.
Thank you for your honesty.
You just suddenly
I'm sorry you had
changed.
to experience what you did. I'll let you get back to work.
Thank you, sir.
I feel like there's still some detail we're yet to learn that's going to kind of tie everything together a little bit. We're getting close. We're tickling. I didn't care at the time, but a lot of the teachers would play movies when we had nothing to do. English class was just movies, basically. Oh gosh, really? That's like my English teacher in college was like that. It was such a joke of a class because he like, I think there was like several classes where he didn't even show up. Like we'd all be sitting there for like 15, 20 minutes or whatever, and then he'd finally like email us and say that he wasn't going to be able to make it or whatever. And it's just like, why do they employ this man? Why am I being charged for this bullshit? It was so horrible. Oh, man. Well, I mean, ITT Tech was even worse, though. All right, let's see. We need to talk to Miss McDonough about Rube.
Mr. Fordham.
I assume we're talking about
Probably
Ruby.
best to leave her to her group.
Oh, I thought we had to talk to her, though. Speak with Mrs. McDonough. I guess we just don't have anything to say to her yet, but it wants us to speak to her again, so... What about Lily Peterson's murder? I guess we would learn more about Lily Peterson's murder from the police department. Try that out. Thought we have some records about it, right? Am I right? All right, Snelling. What do you got?
Chief Snelling?
Yes, Fordham?
Do you recall a murder involving a woman named Lily Peterson about a year ago?
Lily Peterson? Yes, that name does sound familiar. Of course, the prostitute
Night mode, nice,
murder.
Papa.
That wasn't one of yours, was it?
No, it wasn't. Do you remember any other details?
As I recall, the woman was beaten severely by one of her clients, who escaped and was never found. She died a few days later in the hospital.
Damn, dude.
How is this of any relevance exactly?
That's what I'm trying to piece together. Did you know that Lily Peterson had a sister who was killed some 16 years ago?
I didn't. Are you suggesting that's related somehow?
I think it is. Would you be able to get me the case file?
What was the victim's name?
That's what I'm trying to find out.
That might be a bit more difficult, unless you can give me more details.
I'll try my best.
Very well. What year did you say the case was from?
Okay, 16 years ago, right? Like from today? I mean, he said some 16 years ago, so I don't know that that's super exact. I guess that would be 28. Am I doing my math right there? Fuck, I don't know. What's that, 28?
It was 16 years ago.
I don't know.
So
We don't have.
1828.
Right. And who was the detective assigned to the case?
Okay, so it was exactly 16 years ago? Okay, because he said some 16 years ago. Maybe I feel like it's like about that. Like, maybe we need to be more on top of it. Oh, who was the person on the case? Oh, I don't know that. That's probably neither Bill nor Reginald Snelling. I mean, this is Snelling. So I don't think it was Bill. Bill would have known that, so I don't know.
I don't know.
You realize that will make it significantly more difficult to find the file.
Perhaps we'll get lucky.
And what was the victim's official cause of death?
Shit, I don't remember that either. Stabbing, shooting, I don't know. Fuck it, stabbing?
It was a stabbing.
All right. I'll have a look and see if I find anything.
And that means he's not going to find anything of it.
There's nothing I can see that matches the information you gave me.
We need more pieces of
I suggest
information.
you get your details in order before you attempt to waste my time again.
Yes, sir. You got it. So, Crispy, what were some of the movies that you guys watched? I feel like my school always had like our go-to movies, you know? I remember one of them that we watched so many times in school was Radio. Just like, so many times. It's like, I don't need to see this movie anymore. I'm just sleeping today. And that's what we're going to watch. Alright, so where can I get more information about this girl? We can still go here, but I don't know what I would find there about... And that's what got me on to the whole Gilded Lily thing. Let's go to the lamp depot. Can I talk to this guy about anything anymore? Why can't I still go here?
May I ask you a few questions?
Apparently.
Of course. What would you like to know?
Okay, the Redites?
With all these promises of technological advancement, have the Redites given you any trouble?
Oh, those tech-fearing dolts. Yes, I'm sorry to say that we've gotten threats from them. They have yet to carry any out, which is unsurprising.
How so?
Groups like that are all bluster and no backbone.
I've seen some evidence to the contrary.
Is that right? Well, we've seen little beyond threatening letters, and I intend to make sure it stays that way.
You have any of these letters I might have a look at?
Yes, I have one. I'll give it to you before you leave.
Thank you. Your cooperation is much appreciated.
Happy to help. Here's that letter you were asking about.
Okay, the engineers of chaos and destruction. You are working in direct opposition of the natural order of things. These so-called improvements will be the downfall of our society. If you do not cease your unholy experiments, the Redites will be forced to take action. You have been warned. P.F. Hey, that's the guy that I sent to jail. P.F. was his initials, right? Fenningway or something? I can't remember the first part of his name.
Now that's interesting. Whoever wrote this letter signed it with initials. They can't have been so stupid as to make themselves so easily identifiable, can they? Perhaps it would be a good idea to take another look at that list you got from Snelling.
I think it can only be one person. I really can't remember the movies I was probably drawing. Okay, yeah, not cool enough to watch then, huh? Yeah, I hear you there. That's probably drawing during radio quite a few times. I think one of them was some football movie too. I don't remember what it was. And then we also one time we watched at least one time, probably more than one time. We watched Short Circuit.
Therein lies Upton's boudoir. As a matter of respect, the less said the better, I think.
I'm just trying to you fucking smartass. I'm trying to look at this thing on the door. He was like, let's go take a look at that thing that Snelling gave us, and here it is, but it just says door.
Therein lies...
But we can look at the police sketch again? But we can't look at the... What? I think we just need to go talk to the guy that we put in jail at this point. No, we can't go to the jail, though. So whatever Bill said, it just, like, doesn't matter? Maybe I just did that stuff out of order. Weird. Speaking of out of order, we should save, shouldn't we? Just in case I fuck something up. Friday Night Lights was another big one. Okay, see, I thought one of them, the football one, was Friday Night Lights, but I couldn't remember if that was the one. There's so many football movies. Because there was that other one, that Disney one, too, right? Maybe we watched that once or twice. God, I can't remember what that one's called, though. Friday Night Lights was the first football movie that popped in my head, and I was like, well, maybe that's not right. Our school loved those feel-good football movies. Dude, they did. They just love football, dude. Our school loves football. American football, for you guys out there, not from America. I'd never go back to my high school years. In the first year, this guy sat across from me in morning class, and he would constantly annoy me saying hi. Even if I answered, he would keep doing it, and if I didn't answer, he would throw stuff at me. Of course, no teachers ever did anything. Oh, jeez. That sounds pretty annoying, Crispy. Sounds like he likes ya. Oh, man, our mascot was the Titans. The amount of times we saw... Oh, Remember the Titans. That's what the movie I was trying to think of. Yeah, isn't that a Disney movie? Maybe it's not a Disney movie, but it was Remember the Titans was the other one. It was either, yeah, it was either Radio, Friday Night Lights, or Remember the Titans, which is all based around football. Just like son of a bitch. Give me some more Short Circuit up in here, man. And also welcome in, Lemur. Good to see you, dude. Thanks for backing me up. Let's see. Look at the casebook. Holly Peterson's murder. Where am I going to learn about that? Sorry I'm coughing, guys. I don't know what's making me cough. I honestly have no idea. I'm not sick anymore. Something just keeps tickling my breath. Maybe it's just dry in here and I need to get my humidifier going. Them Americans in their football, especially in the Midwest, I guess? I don't know. Maybe that's just because I'm from the Midwest that makes me say that. Nothing more wholesome than some racist football movie set in the civil rights movement. I used to like the Mighty Ducks, and I don't know why. I think I liked the movie The Mighty Ducks growing up, but I don't I have not watched it since I was a kid, so can't say that I still think it's a good movie. I mean, I don't know. I just haven't seen it. Investigate his office. I don't know that we have anything else to investigate there. Miss McDonough. Peterson's murder. Where would we do such things? Let's go back to here to see if this guy has anything new to say to us.
He seems rather upset over the current circumstance.
Okay, I didn't think he would. Nor is there anything new in here. The guy's still showering in there, though. Damn, dude. You clean yet? Space Jam. Yeah, there you go. I'd take Space Jam, another sports movie, but hell, I'll take it over another football movie. The Cool Runnings was the best. Was Cool Runnings the bobsled one? Hey, HP's here. What's up, HP? How's it going, man? How are you, dude? What are you up to tonight? I still have not watched it since I was a kid. Oh, yeah, same. Yeah, I haven't seen the sequel yet of Space Jam. I haven't either, but I've not heard very good things, so I don't really plan on it, if I'm honest. You know what I mean? Yeah, Cool Runnings was the Jamaican bobsled team. Okay, that's what I thought. Okay, I don't think I've ever seen Cool Runnings, but I know of it, for sure. I can't recall how many times I watched Music Man in middle school band. Oh, yeah? Yeah, that's a go-to one for the band class, huh? I could see that. That makes sense, I guess. I think we watched the Music Man as well. I think we did the play, The Music Man? Isn't there like or musical? I think maybe we did that at our school too, maybe? I don't know. I'm mixing shit up now. Don't believe me. I might be lying.
We've exhausted.
Nothing from her. We'll go back to Ruby and see if Ruby's got anything. Just rolling up and brainstorming. You already know. Oh, hell yeah, dude. That sounds good. Thinking up some new cool stuff. Brainstorming can be a lot of fun. Switching back to standing mode. Let's see here. Headphones are caught. Dom, what's the best time to give you a call on Discord? Gotta run something by. I mean, just kind of ping me during the day between, like, let's see. I'm gonna try to use how long ago I would have been available. So I started my stream 3 hours ago, so 4 hours ago. Between 4 hours ago and then any time between like 5 hours before that. Like that period of time at work, like sometimes I have time that I could jump into Discord while I'm working because I work from home. And I could definitely help you out while I'm working. If you want to do that, just hit me up on Discord sometime in the middle of the day, basically. And we'll see what we can do. Looks like Crispy opened up the dungeon. Hell yeah. Everybody's jumping on in there. So that's 5 p.m. Eastern. It's 9 right now. Yeah, I'm all confused, man. I don't know how to say like what time it is during the day. Since we're in different time zones, it's like I don't know what to tell you. Like just any time during the middle of the day, just hit me up on Discord. I'll let you know if I'm available. That's all I know to say. It's so hard with time zones, dude. I want to make a command that helps with time zones, but I need to work on that code.
So, Ruby.
Yes?
Got you tomorrow for sure. Thank you. Yeah, no problem, dude. We'll figure it out.
Serafina told me that Lily's possessions are still here. Do you know where they're kept?
Yeah, in that cabinet over there. Lily had a special place in Serafina's heart. I don't think she has the nerve to get rid of this stuff yet.
Do you think I could take a look through it?
Oh, I don't know.
Serafina never has to know. I promise I'll only look, not touch.
If I had a crown for every time I'd heard that.
Oh,
but,
a little
right.
prostitution joke
as
there.
As long as you keep your word and don't take anything from the box, I'll let you have a look. I'll get it for you after.
I'll just leave you to it then.
Thanks, love. There you go. All yours for the browsing.
Well, thank you.
I'm guessing this is where most...
So, where do I browse it?
I think we're good on quest.
Wait, what? Oh, we gotta get in the dungeon, but what? I thought I was gonna look through her stuff. Okay, we'll go in the dungeon and we'll get back and we'll try to figure this out. I don't understand. That says box. Okay, there it is. I was just like, what the hell? Okay, we figured it out. No, no problem. We catch up on chat and we'll jump in the dungeon. HP lives in Jersey. Okay, cool, man. So East Coast. I feel like I should know this, but I'm still in. Forget. All right, I'm in New York. HP. So Dom is 1 hour behind us. Yeah, there you go. Know what's going down. We'll see about that. Them some big words, buddy. I'll see you guys when I get back.
No, what is this in front of my face? Oh, get out of here. Come on, Dom, you're better than that. Alright, there we go. Welcome in, everyone. Welcome in, Crispy, Noah, HP, and Stella. Welcome in, welcome in. Now, let's see, we got Crispy up first. I was doing pretty good yesterday, so we'll see if that continues today. Oh man, that's not a good sign. Alright, Crispy wins. I think I've had a winning streak against her as well. I guess that's broken now, so much for that. Alright, how about Noah? Papa's coming in here with that fire, I like it. Alright, come on, Noah. Come on, start my winning streak. Oh, 18-1, that's what I'm talking about. Yes. Hell yeah. Oh, nice one, Crispy. I like it, I like the use of those emotes. They look good. Alright, how about you, HP? You said I'm going down? Well, we'll see who's going down. Huh? Oh, look at that! I got a 20! Oh, you're gonna talk big shit on the big man. You're gonna go down hard, bro. That's what it takes. Loser. Thanks for playing with me. Alright, and Stella now. I'm so pumped after that 20. Feel like I'm unstoppable. Let's see. Another 20! Woo, 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 woo. Oh, this is great. This is just fantastic. Oh, I'm feeling so good now. I don't even care that I lost that one earlier. I'm feeling good. You know, I'm gonna go do some push-ups or something. I'm just feeling pumped.
Welcome back, everyone. And congratulations, Crispy. I think the last 3 times we've been in there, only one person makes it out. Isn't that funny? He's been doing good, dude. He's been doing good. He got 2 20s tonight. Those shaving dice again. He must be, dude. I have no idea why he's getting so many good rolls lately, dude. That is crazy. All right, Stella looks like she redeemed her Streamless pack. Stella, do you want to get cards? Oh, she did say I can do cards. Okay, cool. Stella's got the cards in. You guys should have those. Loaded dice Dolus. Okay. If you say so. Guys just need to be praying to RNGesus. What are you doing? Come on now. You guys are slacking. Slack-a-lacking, if you will.
A cheap ring. Must have had sentimental value because otherwise there'd be no point in keeping it. These don't look too valuable. Nice scarf. Impressively clean, too. Lily clearly took care of her things. Let's see what we have in here.
We told her that we wouldn't touch anything, and then we pulled this right out of that envelope? That doesn't seem very good. Detective Lester Barnett. That's who was on it, huh? Oh, we got a Dolus plays. All right, all right. You got it. Here we go. See you guys later. I guess I'll be in the dungeon if you guys want to hang out.
All right. Hey, looks like you guys couldn't get enough of me, so here I am. What do we got going on here? Some fucked up piece of paper or something. All right, we'll read that in a moment. How's it going, everybody? You all gotta go have a great rest of the stream, guys. Sounds good, Papa? Sounds like you might be starting up your stream. We'll be over there in just a little bit. Thanks for hanging out, my man. Got 2 in the same pack. I want a refund. You got 2 Dolus plays in the same pack? Well, that's a pretty good reward there then, huh? I think those are actually on the rarer side. I don't think they're a rare card, but they're on the rarer side, perhaps? So there you go. You're just gonna get a lot more Dolus. Alright, let's see here. Let's see, Dolus, I love the purple. Oh, thank you! I noticed that you seem to be a purple man as well. A man of culture, I see. Very good, very good. How are you doing today, HB? Sorry I had to come at you so hard, but, you know. You said you could take me down, so. Alright, let's read this letter. February 11th, 18-something. Dear Ms. Peterson, while it is unorthodox practice for a detective to maintain contact with the relatives of a victim after the case has been closed, your story has touched me on a deeper level. Please let me know if there is anything I can do to help you during this difficult time. I understand you have decided to take it upon yourself to raise your sister's son, and for that I commend and respect your strength of will. Again, do not hesitate to contact me if there is anything I can do to help. Oh, yours, Detective Lester Barnett. So we know that Lester Barnett was the man who was on the case, and we now know that there was a young man involved. So Lily raised a young man, her sister's son, and I wonder if that could be the killer. Yes, maybe. Perhaps we're onto something there. I'll recognize heel. He'll recognize heel, hell yeah. Going down next one, okay, we'll see about that. I'll take you on anytime. Might probably see you in the stream later, hell yeah. FYI, Dolus, can you tell Dom I'm getting sleepy from my stay in the dungeon? I may fall asleep down here, even with a scream. So okay, you got it, I'll let him know. He shall be made aware. New button?
One of 3 buttons with an engraved lily on it. I wonder if they're just decorative or if they have some other purpose.
Is there like an order? Was there any combination I didn't try? This one first, then these 2. 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 Okay, so it's not a simple 3-button press thing here. There must be something more complicated. Double press something at some point, perhaps. I guess we'll have to learn more and come back. Don't quite have enough.
That's a nice locket for being such a cheap piece of jewelry. Cut down in her prime. I can relate.
1943. It was just a year ago.
No lilies? Seems like a missed opportunity.
I agree. That is a missed opportunity. Her name was Lily, after all. No, I can click the locket now. Ooh, listen to this. A little paper. Oh, 3132213. I see. Let's make a note of that. 313221. There we go. Now we know how to get in there. Three one three two two one three. Oh, look how fancy.
Well now, I think we just found ourselves a bonanza.
They look bloodstained or something. Oh God. What happened to these documents? It looks like they were on top of each other because the stains nearly match. With this blob and this blob, I guess they were probably stacked, I guess. Hard to read what this says. Okay, let's read it. Aunt Lily, I tried. God knows I tried. But I couldn't let that bastard get away with his crime. I refuse to watch you suffer the same fate as Mother Justice. Justice had to be done. Wait. The same fate as Mother, period. Justice had to be done, period. I've snuffed out his life, just as he tried to choke yours out of your body. The blood that stains this letter is his. As I write this, You're in a hospital bed, unconscious. I don't know if I'll ever be able to speak with you again, but I am placing this letter in your secret place in the hope that you will someday be able to see it, to read it. In the meantime, I have discovered my true calling. I must dispense justice to those who harm innocent women. I have seen the cycle of violence go on for far too long. I have lost both my mother and aunt to violent men, and I must stop this from happening again. I spoke with Gloria, and she told me she had been violated by one of her clients, an ironworker named Hannibal Kirkland. I will observe his habits until the time is right to strike. He is taken care of. After he is taken care of, I will find others and do the same until this wretched city is scrubbed clean. I need to send a message. Love to you always. S, maybe? It's hard to read that. Well, that's certainly a clue. I think if I ever saw a clue, that was definitely one of them. Very obvious one. Okay, let's see. Should we talk to Ruby? Do we have anything to say to her?
So, Ruby.
Yes?
I found this letter inside a secret compartment in the box belonging to Lily. Do you know anything about it?
I thought we agreed you wouldn't take anything from there.
No, she's mad.
This is a special case. This letter's from Lily's nephew, the Justice Killer.
Oh, I see. Look, I've only been here a short time. I don't know anything about Lily or any killers or anything, I swear.
You know, I think she's telling the truth.
I'll just leave you to it then.
Thanks, love.
I think what this must mean, though, is if she saw the man who just died, wouldn't that indicate that he's done something wrong to her? Right? Unless he had done something wrong to another prostitute, and it just happened to be Ruby was the last one that he saw. But it almost seems like, because he saw Ruby, and then the next night he died, so it seems a little bit like, perhaps, Ruby got hurt. I don't know. We'll see. She's not talking about it, so we'll have to leave. The Jack the Ripper case of murdering prostitutes? No, it's the other way
Ask you a
around.
few questions, Serafina?
Of course you may, but I can't guarantee the answers will be free.
What's happening is that the nephew of one of the prostitutes is murdering men who hurt prostitutes. So not prostitutes being murdered. The people who are treating them poorly are being murdered. So I see where the justice comes into play. Certainly shouldn't be beating up women.
Serafina, what can you tell me about Lily's nephew?
Her nephew?
I mean, I own a dungeon and I still know that.
Lily didn't talk much about her family, as you can probably imagine.
You're not lying to me.
The prostitute protector.
I have nothing to hide from you.
Except maybe the truth. But I don't think we have what we need to make her talk. If there even is anything that would make her talk.
Thank you for your time.
Of course, my
She's a closed trap, both above and below. Okay, so now we have the bloody letters. And we know the detective's name. But we don't know the manner in which Lily's sister was killed. Except that she was somehow beaten up by a man. Should we try Snelling? Let's try Snelling. Let's see what he's got. We can't find anything based off at least these two pieces of information. I'm assuming we need all three.
Yes.
But we'll try it. Try not to assume.
Take a look at that.
I can. What?
1d8, right?
It was 16 years ago.
Right. And who was the.
Lester Barnett.
It was Lester Barnett.
Right. He was quite active in those days. And what was the victim's official cause of death?
Stabbing, shooting, strangulation.
It was strangulation.
All right. I'll have a look and see if I find anything.
Yes, yes, yes. Find it, Snelling.
Yes.
Yes, you tool. Do as I
Should be
say.
a match. Have a look.
Oh, New Britain Police Department, Worcester,
So we
England.
have our killer's last name and possible first name, assuming he's the same man Linda Walker talked about. Perhaps it's time to ask about him at the docks.
Yes, that would be interesting, wouldn't it? Alright, case file 3211420. Hey, 420! There you go. March 30th of 1828. Liam Collins, Daisy Collins were the victims' names. Victims' age 37-34. Cause of death, gunshots, self-inflicted, and strangulation. Report. Police are notified after a neighbor heard shouting and general commotion from the Collins apartment. Upon arrival, they found Daisy Collins in the living room with clear signs of strangulation. In the bedroom, they found Liam Collins, the apparent victim of a self-inflicted gunshot to the head. Searching the rest of the apartment, officers found a young child aged approximately 4 years old, hiding in a closet. The child did not respond to questions and was visibly upset. Detective Lester Barnett conducted an investigation and determined that Liam Collins attacked his wife, likely under the influence of alcohol, and accidentally caused her death. Upon realizing what he had done, he used his own pistol to take his life. The child has been taken into police custody and is awaiting transfer to an orphanage, if no next of kin is located. Interesting. Quite interesting. Verify if Samuel Collins works at the docks. Still need to speak with Mrs. McDonough. Investigate the office still. What do we have at the office? What do we need there? Let's go back to the office real quick, see if there's nothing I can find. Maybe this guy has something more to say.
No time to waste with further conversation right now. You've got a killer to find. The former person. It seems the killer didn't want any. It seems the killer.
That whole thing is just one. Okay. I don't see anything else to interact with, yet it says there's something we still can find here. I don't understand. Can't talk to Dr. Edwards anymore. There's something it wants us to do with the window, not that. Am I just like somehow missing the thing that I need to click on every time? I think I clicked on everything. Alright, we're leaving. Let's try to talk to her again.
Hello again.
Probably better.
Alright, nothing to say to her. I guess docks it is. Guess going docks.
This sign could use a fresh coat of paint. Blank surfaces don't stay that way for very long around here. Ah, the chum. You can never truly get away from it as much as you may try.
All you can do is put some body of water between you. Yuna! What is up, Yuna? How are you? Thanks for coming by for our community night. I hope you had a good time.
Fancy seeing you again. What brings you down to the docks?
I'm trying to track down a serial murderer, who I believe is the same man who was breaking into the flower shop.
You don't say. I wish I could help you, but the guy never came back after the night you and your partner came around. Where is your partner anyway?
Oh, he's around.
Well, give him my regards. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get this crate back, or Cecilia will have my head on a platter.
Of course. Good seeing you again.
Cecilia sounds like a rough woman.
That's probably the most clever thing you've said in months. Well done.
Yeah, Bill wishes I just would have said that to my wife. I did have a good time. Glad to hear it, Yuna. We're really happy to have you. Thank you for participating. That was awesome. It was a good time for... Well, Dom had a good time. I wasn't there, but you know. I was busy doing dungeon stuff.
Who is it?
Hello, sir. I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions.
Go ahead, but make it quick. Time is money, after all.
Are you familiar with the Justice Killer?
I believe I saw a headline in the newspaper recently mentioning that name, but I dismissed it as fear-mongering nonsense. There are more important things I need to worry about.
Sensationalism.
But the Justice Killer is directly responsible for the death of one of your workers.
Oh? Is that right?
You didn't even know.
There's nothing I can do about it. What my men get up to in their off time is none of my business.
Wow, this guy is even worse than you, Miles.
Oh, shut up, Bill.
Do you know a man named Samuel Collins?
Yes, I do. He's one of my workers.
Is he working today?
No, it's his day off. Why do you ask?
I'm very interested in speaking with him. Could you tell me where I can find him?
I don't just give out information on my men to strangers. What reason do you have for wanting to speak with him?
I believe he may be involved in some serious crimes.
Is that right? And what are these serious crimes, exactly?
I think he's a justice killer. I think he's stealing from you. He stole from one of your customers. I feel like this guy, he thinks the justice killer is just like sensationalist bullshit, right? So we'd probably tell him he's stealing from you and then he'll care. It seems like a kind of guy who would care more about that than anything else. All's good, finished Yakuza 0. Nice! That's cool. How'd you like it? I have not, or Dom has not played it, but he has expressed interest in possibly jumping into the Yakuza series at some point. But yeah, how was it? There's a reboot to the series. Oh, is it a reboot? So that's why they titled it 0, first in the index, I suppose. And that might be the one that Dom has to jump into, huh? Maybe, maybe.
I believe he's stealing money from you and your business.
What? Do you have proof of this?
No, I guess I don't.
Stop wasting my time then!
Damn it.
About Samuel
Yes? What about...
He's the justice killer.
I believe Samuel's the justice killer.
What? That's You've got quite some imagination, sir. And here I thought you were serious.
Damn it.
What does your work here involve?
I'm in charge of tracking and cataloging all the cargo that passes through here. I receive the shipping manifest and make sure that things get unloaded and sent to the right places.
And you do all this by yourself?
Oh, of course not. I'm in charge of administration. A team of workers does all the heavy lifting.
I guess we'll try the last thing for the Samuel Collins thing.
Yes?
I believe he's...
What? From who?
No, he already said
the
it.
Hanbrook Flower Shop. He stole several orders of Easter lilies.
The Hanbrook Flower Shop? They're not one of my customers. I only sell to wholesalers.
A minor detail. The point remains that your man's a burglar.
That's quite a serious claim. What proof do you have?
You can hear it straight from the man who works at the shop that was burgled.
Well, where is he then?
Wait here just a moment.
He's the man that's standing right over there, right? He's the guy from the beginning.
Excuse me, Mr. Hastings?
What is it, detective? As I said, I'm rather busy.
I was wondering if you might help me with something. Could you please tell the shipping manager over there about the burglaries at your flower shop?
Certainly.
Go ahead, Mr. Hastings.
Right. It all started around 5 months ago.
Blah, blah, blah.
And he didn't come around again after that night.
Thank you, Mr. Hastings. That'll do. Now are you convinced?
Fine. I hate to lose 2 of my men in such a short amount of time. But if he's done wrong, I can't just stand by.
Exactly. This is for justice.
At 210 Abattoir Row.
Thank you, sir. You may have just saved several lives.
But I'm going to have to spend several crowns in order to get things back to normal.
No, woe is me.
Excuse me.
Several crowns. Oh gosh. Let me catch up on chat here. First of the index, yes. Oh, you know what I'm talking about then, Yuna. The game was good. Everything was great. The story, minigame, side quest. Ooh, I gotta put that one on the schedule, I think. Or Mija Gormo. Okay, talk about stuff I don't know about. That Yakuza Kiwami? Oh my god, yeah, why can't you just say something? You guys are talking about a character in the game, I suppose, Alright, let's get out of here. Is this guy gonna say anything more? Can I thank him or something?
Keep up the good work, Mr. Hastings.
Oh, then he just grunts at me. Like, yeah, fuck you. I'm just trying to be a nice guy. Don't know why you gotta be like that, dude. Alright, oh, looks like it's time for Dom to come back up. Alright, well, I've had fun, guys. But, it's my time here is done, so we'll see you later.
Oh, man. So much brighter up here. Alright, I'm back. What's up, everybody? Yakuza Kiwami and Kiwami 2 are the remasters of the original Yakuza 1 and 2. Oh, okay. Okay, right on. Dom, you haven't played, I have not played Yakuza 0. No, the only game that is close to a Yakuza game that I've played so far is Judgment. I played like the first half, maybe a little bit more than half of Judgment, and then they took it off of the PlayStation Now store or whatever. so I couldn't play it anymore, and I was really bummed, as I really wanted to play it. So one day, if I ever get a PlayStation 5, if one's ever casually available and I can go pick it up, then I am definitely going to play Judgment and Lost Judgment, and probably will try to get into the Yakuza series, because I'd never played a Yakuza game, but then I played Judgment, and from what I understand, it's like sort of like tied into the whole Yakuza thing, and it was awesome. I really like Judgment, so I think Yakuza is a game I've been sleeping on for too long, so I definitely need to get that on the old schedule. Casually. Yeah, I definitely intend to try to get into it. It definitely seems like a game that's up my alley. So now we can't go to Upton's anymore. That's kind of interesting. That's gone. I guess we just need to go to Samuel Collins' residence, huh? Apprehend Samuel Collins in his home. There's still something here. There's something at the office that I can then speak with his wife about. But I don't know what it is. I don't know if we'll ever find out. Because I can't find it. It's okay. We'll just apprehend Samuel. It'll be okay. Should gut on it? Yeah, I should. You know, you're absolutely right. Yeah. The Nintendo pissed me off. $50 to play the new N64 expansion. Shakes my head. That's rough, dude. Is it like... Okay, let me try to understand this HP. Is it like $50 and then you're like basically buying the right to the N64 catalog? Or is it $50 like additional membership for Nintendo Online? Is that how it works? Because I thought the other stuff was like included in the online price, right? So how does that work? I'm not that familiar with what Nintendo's been doing lately. I don't use my Switch enough. I should get Judgment on PS4 before it becomes obsolete. Yeah, you should. If you haven't played Judgment yet, I'd recommend it. I really liked as far as I got in it. I was so bummed when they took it off. And for such silly reasons, too. I mean, it wasn't even Sony's fault, you know? I can't blame Sony for that at all. It's lame. I had an apple, but I'm still hungry. It wasn't enough. Crispy. I agreed to go out to dinner with an old coworker, and I do miss her, but now I regret making a social outing due to my social anxiety. Oh, I know what you mean, Stella. I've been there. I've been there. So nice when you can just stay at home and get on Discord and hang out with your friends that way. All right, let's go to Sam McCall's residence. Need chicken nuggies. Getting the jump.
Samuel Collins?
Yes?
I'm Terrence Shackley from the Labor Department. I wanted to ask you some questions about your employer at the docks.
Oh, of course. Please come in.
What if he tries to kill me, dude? This guy's a murderer.
I'm sorry, what did you say your name was?
Terrence Shackley? But it's not my real name. I just used it to get into your apartment. I believe you did something similar at the Houses of Parliament with Mr. McDonough.
So,
uh-oh.
You're Fordham, the one who was snooping around at the Gilded Lily.
Indeed. We meet again, Mr. Collins.
We meet again, you bastard.
Of course. The rooftop.
Oh gosh, here it is, guys.
I'm sorry about what happened to your partner. It wasn't my intent for him to die. Oh, he's sorry, is he? Is that supposed to make things better? I suppose this encounter was inevitable.
Yes, Noah.
I admit I didn't think it would be this soon. So, you're here to arrest me.
Oh, hell yeah, bitch. Yes, that's right. You're under arrest. You're lucky you're lucky I don't kill you, motherfucker. You know what they say about assuming. Why would I say the last one? Is there like an option where I can let him go or something? I don't think I want to do that. I mean, don't get me wrong. If these guys were beating up these prostitutes, that's bad. But he should have like gone to the police or something, right? I mean, I don't know if the police would have done anything, to be honest. That's probably part of the reason why he felt like he had to kill these guys. I feel like we should just say you're under arrest, though. 50 for the year to play just the N64 expansion. Everything else is free with the online membership, which I have. That was $40 for the year. Wow, really? An extra $50? Man, that's rough. Like, I'd understand if they like upped your yearly fee to $50 if you're already paying $40 a year, just another $10 or something. But still, like, it's all games that they've already released, and they're just re-releasing. I understand maybe wanting to get money from it, but that just seems like, I don't know, that seems like a little excessive to me. So that's really unfortunate to hear, and I'll probably still use emulators then, because fuck that. Fuck that, dude. I know N64 emulators suck, too. They're some of, like, the most inefficient, like, not optimized emulators, it feels like. Right along, I think PS2 is sort of like that. But, yeah, I'll just still keep using emulators, dude. Fuck that. There's no way I want to do that. $50 a year just to play that N64 catalog? Dude. Man, it's nice to have them on there, because they run really well. That's how I played, what was it? Donkey Kong Country 3 when we did that on stream. I used the emulator from the Switch, and it worked really well. Much better than the emulator did, but still, like, dude, $50? Fuck, dude. I'll deal with the slight input lag from my emulator then. No thank you, man. Hungry Jack says Burger King has 10 nuggies for $4.95, but no way to get there. Oh, no, because you need the car, Crispy. Oh, I'm so sorry. Oh, I'm sorry to say that. That's what I said, right? Yeah, because who wants to fucking pay $50 for that shit when you can just get an emulator, man? Alright, yeah, that's right, you're under arrest.
That's right. Samuel Collins, I'm placing you under arrest for the murders of Percival McDonough, Burley Cause, Ennis Bowditch, Hannibal Kirkland, and Reggie Willingham.
I told you once already, Mr. Fordham. I'm not going to jail. Every one of those men deserve what they got.
Doesn't mean that you deserve to do that to them. Why do you say that? The only ones who deserve death are those who kill others. No one deserves to be shot in the head. That's what I'll say. No one deserves to be shot in the head.
Nobody deserves to be shot in the head.
I'm sure your feeling would change if your wife was violated. Surprised I know about her? After our first encounter, I did my own investigation. I had to know what kind of man you were.
Oh, wow.
You were innocent of any wrongdoing. Otherwise, we would have met much sooner.
So you're considering what I'm doing now wrongdoing? Now you're going to change your mind? I understand why you killed him, but that doesn't make it right. You need to pay for what you did to my partner. I think I'm going to say I understand why you killed them, but it doesn't make it right.
I understand your reasons, but that doesn't mean your actions were justified. You need to pay for your crimes, one way or another.
My crimes? What about theirs? If not for me, they would have gotten away with them.
There are other ways of upholding justice, Collins. Ways that don't involve mass murder.
The system is broken. Criminals get away all the time. You know that. Only too well. But you comprehend my situation. You understand my reasons for doing what I do.
Understanding is not the same as approval.
But it is the first step. Is this bastard really suggesting what I think he is?
Yeah, he's trying to gaslight us, Bill.
All I ask is that you allow me to continue my work in peace.
You asked me to look the other way once before, and I refused.
Yes, and it cost your partner's life.
Well, this time it's just you and me, and I'm still not going to let you off. You're out of your mind if you think I'm going to just let you keep killing.
Damn right, Miles. This has to end.
What's gonna happen, dude?
Then you leave me no choice.
Oh, no. No! No! Snelling!
Fordham!
You son of a bitch, Snelling.
Yes, I'm fine. Thank God you're a better shot than I was.
So, this is our justice killer?
That's right.
I suppose congratulations are in order. You did well in finding him.
Thank you, Chief Snelling. I'm glad we were finally able to work together.
Yes. Well, I'm glad you weren't so brash as to confront him without notifying me first. Perhaps there is hope for you yet. Now then, I'll go get the other officers so we can lock down the scene and remove the body. Wait here.
Quite a night, hey, Bill?
And Bill's not going to answer.
Are you there?
Because we got it. We got justice for Bill. Now we're all alone. Now we miss him. Two weeks later. Guess I'll eat the entire box of ice cream sticks. Hopefully that holds you over there, Crispy. That's funny.
It's good of you to do this, Miles. Do you need some time alone?
If you wouldn't mind.
All right. I'll wait for you over by the sycamores.
So, it's finally over. I have to admit, it's been strange not hearing you all the time anymore. Never in a million years did I think I would actually miss it. But the important thing is you've moved on, and I I got what I was looking for. I'm starting up my own private detective agency, you know?
Nice.
Addie and Upton are going to be my partners.
Sweet.
It should be interesting, to say the least. Oh, that reminds me. I brought you a little something. It's not much, but I thought you might appreciate it. Thank you for all your help, Bill. I truly would have been lost without it.
Goodbye, old friend. Rest in peace, Bill. Bill, wake up. Your grave is on fire. Oh, man. I almost want to say goodbye, old friend, just because it's that kind of moment. But what would happen if we said, Bill, wake up. Your grave is on fire? Oh, man. Do it, says Noah. Let's do a tearjerk. I hear it, Crispy. All right, let's do it. Bill, wake up. Your grave is on fire.
Bill, wake up. Your grave is on fire.
Well, I thought it was funny. Goodbye, old friend.
Inside joke. Nice.
I love you.
Got an achievement for it, dude. For succumbing to the urge. What's funny in the bottom right, here lies somebody, we're glad he's dead. I think that's what that one says. That's funny. Thanks, Balto. I'd be lost without you. Is that from the movie, Balto? Lamplight City. Oh, we got the Easter lilies on the ground there. All done. You're all one-uppy on that. GG! Good job, kitten. I love you. Oh, thank you, you know? I appreciate you. Hell yeah. That was a cool game. I like it. Very good. Old lady says it at the end of Balto. Nice. There you go. Because Balto brought the medicine for the little kids, right? Oh, Noah wants to play or wants to do a little dance party, huh? Here we go, dude. We just beat the game. Do the Walter. Yeah, there's a Pikachu's. Nice one, Weimer. Oh, nice. There you go. All the back of my head. Oh, I like those ones. That's funny. The little Doja one. That's cool. Oh yeah, we got some bits in there. Thank you, Lemur, for the 100 bits, dude. I appreciate that. Apparently, I need to bring over the alerts over to that one too. Thank you. I really appreciate that, man. A little out of breath after that. A little cardio action there. Nice. Thanks for all the emos, guys. Yeah, door cheese. Door cheese is real. That's such an adorable emo, dude. Did you have an idea to animate that one? No, I think you were talking about that the other day. Thank you for the dance party. Sorry if I missed any chats. Feel free to repeat yourself. So, yeah, I guess that means tonight I gotta get another poll in the Discord so we can figure out what game we're playing next week, because I'm not gonna know what to put on the promo. So, yeah, I'll try to make that up tonight. I know two of the ones. Oh, thank you, Yuna, for another 100 bits. Thank you so much, Yuna. That's so sweet of you. Thank you. I'm thinking about, I'm going to put Emily is Away on there, because James mentioned that the other day. I know he's been wanting me to check that one out, so that'll be on the list. What was that other one? There's another one I wanted to put on the list. Oh, The Lake. I think I'm gonna put the lake on there too because that's one that Neptune was saying was a really good storytime one. And I know that's a newer Game Pass game, well, newer, and you know. So those will be 2 of them on there. I'll have to figure out what the 3rd one is, but I'll try to put that poll up tonight, if not tomorrow at some point. I'll let you guys know. I'll ping everybody, let you guys know, and then you guys can have a say in what game that we play next on Storytime Tuesday. But yeah, in order to get in there and do that, though, you guys got to be in the Discord. So if there's anybody here who's not in Discord, there's a link to join right there, and I think the link should be active. Let me know if it's not. But yeah, we do that in the polls section. There's the polls chat under your voice category. Yeah, you can let us know. But yeah, I'll ping you guys. Yeah, I wanted to make him walk through and wave. Yeah, that'd be awesome. I just bust the door open even. That'd be kind of cool. Then he left me a little limp and unsatisfied. Too sudden. Oh yeah, right. I see what you mean. Yeah, I did feel like it was like really quick. We got to the end very fast. And after all that build up for the ending to go so fast, I think there's some stories, you know, it's hard to end a story because sometimes it is more about the adventure than it is about like the finished product. And I feel like this story is pretty much a lot like that. It's much more about the adventure, you know. So I can see why you'd say that. I think there's a scene after the credits. Well, we're definitely going to watch that then. Thanks for letting us know, Yuna. Bonus content unlocked in settings menu. Oh, interesting. Should we look at what that is? Could be wrong. Well, we'll check it out. Hopefully that'll give us a little more closure. Maybe that'll help Crispy out and how she feels. And look at that. Yuna got that bitch badge. Hell yeah. Here we go. Oh, I guess not. But maybe it was the additional content in the settings menu. Bonus. Oh, bloopers? Concept art? Okay, what's the bloopers, dude? Adelaide alternate greeting.
Dearest?
Hold on, sorry.
God, this bird's annoying.
In the middle, see? God, this bird's annoying.
That's funny. So it's just for the voice actors? Then he has trouble with unwelcome pirate.
Cormac's just going to pop inside for a quick putt. God damn it, Barbosa! Get out of me!
Barbosa. Nice.
The only hotel that comes to mind is the Ballston Arms in Jesus Christ. But all the victims have been men in Chumsky. Chumley!
Chumsky? Chumsky? That's funny.
My new least favorite word. But all the victims have been men in Damn it.
I totally get it. It doesn't look like it should be pronounced Chumley.
In the Chumley?
Chomondale. That's funny. That was a good one. And that's the end of the story. Yes, it is, Crispy.
Come
At least
on.
we get some of these
There's
bloopers,
not a
though.
moment to lose. Sorry, I just wanted to make him feel like I'm excited.
It is exciting.
You gonna retell that joke, though?
How can you tell the difference between an alligator and a crocodile?
How?
One will see you later, and the other will see you in a while.
You're fired.
You're gonna retell that joke, though.
I am.
You know you are.
It's a pretty good joke. I like it. A+ for the VA bloopers, right? Yeah, that's awesome.
Mr. Fordham, you mentioned you value discretion. I ask you to please exercise some now. But clearly the drummer next door doesn't value discretion.
Speaking of discretion.
All right, so that was their drummer.
That's awesome.
That's funny.
Hello, madam. My name's File. Wow, man. Files Mortem, and I'm a Ivat Investigator. Sorry, hold on 2 seconds here.
It's like funny to hear like Miles' voice like all casually like that because I'm so used to hearing him as Miles Fordham. That's cool.
Pretty soon it'll be debutante. I hate Gascon Grand Dames. It's okay. It's all in my brain. Okay.
This would be so much fun.
Can we do that whole thing again?
Sure.
Is that right the way you want it, or is it stupid? That's the way I do it.
It's fantastic.
Okay.
It's nowhere near stupid.
Okay.
All right.
Uh-huh.
It sounds like maybe the guys that did Miles' voice is also giving direction, perhaps? I wonder. That's interesting.
She's the LeBron James of the prostitutes. Got it. Cool.
Ruby's a LeBron James of prostitutes. Nice. I wonder how many there are. Oh, there's a lot, but we can go through them if you guys are down. I think this is kind of fun.
Maybe someday I'll have me hand back. It's like a pirate. Have me hand back. Arr. Hi, matey. No more.
It's a case for Monsieur Pig.
Hello. I am Guy Dumas, the female servant at the Dupré Manor.
Oh, let's go with that.
So this is the case for Monsieur Pig. It was you, Guy Dumas.
I'm loving it. Nice too. I'm glad you like it. That's what shows how voice acting is fun and enjoyable. Oh yeah, dude, it's always so much fun. I remember just trying to put together an audiobook of something I had written at one point, and me and Vince were trying to do like some of the voices for it. So I had this whole like booth in this little closet next to me that's now my prop closet. It used to be like a little VO booth that I made, and it was so much fun. Just like trying to do things seriously, and it's just because sometimes it's like hard to take yourself seriously, but that makes it fun because a lot of these things happen, you know.
No, it didn't occur to me that the cake and that had to be the most difficult thing I've ever done. like I just don't even know what happened.
I think it needs to be that fun, you know, so that people feel comfortable. Because the more comfortable you are doing it, I think the better off you will end up being, right? Because then you're like free to do like some really crazy wacky stuff, and you're more like you don't have like some sort of hesitation in your throat causing you to not be able to hit like the same tones that you're trying to get for and everything.
I thought it was funny. I don't care, you two pixies, out the door, through the window. Oh, it's been so long. I remember a hot rum punch. No, not nearly cold enough for that. Nearly cold enough. Mulled wine. Easy on the cinnamon. Off with you, my good man.
Burly Cause. Burly Cause.
All these names were generated with the internet Victorian name.
Oh, really? That's funny.
That's awesome.
Victorian name generator. That's who came up with these names. That's funny, huh?
It's already had a negative effect on your performance.
I thought we was friends. Oh, that was more secret to tell. Not Has. I thought we were friends.
See, this is why you can never go to the UK.
That's her best UK accent.
Forget it.
That's funny.
On duty? On duty. On duty. Duty.
On duty. That's the line.
On duty?
On duty?
What are you, a cop? On duty. Look who's on duty.
Who is that?
You police officer on duty.
She's having fun with that line.
Oh, somebody's on duty.
Somebody's on duty.
On duty? What are you, a cop?
Oh, there we go. That was a really good read there at the end. It's funny how she switched from that silly baby voice to that so suddenly.
I see Chumley coming, and it's like, wow, that can't be how that. Yeah.
That's so funny because that's exactly how I feel too.
I love the fact that it's pronounced that way. I can't wait to see people try and like read that and freak out when they see it. All right.
Everyone has so far.
Yeah, because my God, look at it.
It's just you're the lucky one that gets.
Because on what planet is that pronounced Chumley? I'm sure there's probably some phonetic, rules that I could make that pronounced Chumley, but it's just like, what's the D for and stuff? Like, what? That's so funny.
Oh, get away from me, you horrid man. You smell like rotten cheese.
Are those the lines? No.
Almost.
Yeah, Chumley equals Chiamunda Dondoli. Like, what the hell? Where does that come from?
I've got some nuts for you. Oh, how do you like this little acorn?
It's that lady,
this
crazy
one has
lady.
your name on it. Oh, and this one has your name on it. Oh, you little darlings. Oh, yes. Give me your little squirrely hugs. Oh, you little sweetie pies.
She's having fun with that.
Oh, I love you so.
I love that. That's so funny.
Excuse me. Had a bit too much chili for lunch.
Yeah, brother. Well, it hasn't been easy, my brother, and, no. Hey, brother, where the bitches at, brother? Yeah. Come on now, we at the Ruined Coffee House, man.
It's nice to know someone like you can appreciate some of the finer points of culture. Oh, God, she's a horrible person. For God's sakes.
Well, she gets schooled in this.
Good, good.
That's funny. I'm Rick James.
Opium is one hell of a drug. Cocaine is one hell of a drug. What did the 5 fingers say to the face? Smack! I'm Rick James, bitch!
That's Bill saying it too. That's funny.
You've run out of dialogue options. Moving along. This ain't my first rodeo.
And it says here they still don't know what caused that brewery. This word. Oh no. Okay.
Brewery.
And it says here they still don't know what caused that brewery explosion.
Brewery.
Oh, can I punch brewery? Oh no, it's literally.
We can get rid of brewery if it...
It's literally my whole life.
That's my whole life.
I love Heartland Brewery, but
if it makes you feel better, I can't say auxiliary.
Yay! Okay, it does. It does. It makes me feel like I'm not
auxiliary.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
That's funny. It's funny how there can just be words like that, you know. It's like for some reason, like you know how it sounds, but you just can't make your mouth do it. That's so
Actually,
funny.
I think someone's knocking at the door. Who can it be knocking at my door? Go away. Don't come around here no more.
Bill seems like a fun guy.
Aha! Aha! Saying aha is so weird.
Nice. That's the last of him. That's cool. How about concept art? Let's take a look at that. Western Vespuccia, Rotterdam, Lorraine, Piedmont, Appalachia, Dixie, Kingsland, New Britain. So that's where it actually is. And then this is New Holland, huh? Hamburg Flower Shop interior. Nice, yeah. It looks a lot like that. Oh, that's a cool one. No, that was that picture that was in the Angel behind the bar, right? I think I recognize that. First version of Miles' portrait. I'm pretty close to the finished product. Not quite there, but pretty close. Street scene imitating John Atkins Grimshaw. Oh, okay. It's a cool cathedral they got in the background or whatever. Steeple. Like how I always mess up that line. I run the rest of the way home in Hustle Cat. Nice. Yeah, just kind of flub over it. Sometimes when a word, you probably experienced this too, no, I assume, but like sometimes you're like reading a sentence and then it's just like you think that they're gonna phrase something a certain way, so it's like my mind kind of like locks into like, oh, this is how you would say that, but then it turns out that they've kind of like flipped everything around and it's like it's not like it's grammatically incorrect, it's just not the way I'm used to people phrasing that, and so then I stumble because I'm like, oh, they didn't say it that way. Like, okay, hold up, rewind, and then try it again. That happens to me, I think, a lot in Phoenix, right? All the time, yeah, right? You feel like such an idiot sometimes. I'm trying to get better about just powering through it, because sometimes, like, it doesn't matter if you say it exactly as the words on the screen say it, as long as whatever you end up saying is the same thing that they're trying to say. So I'm trying to get better about, like, not rewinding and just keep going, dude. Just power through it. What you're saying is also valid, you know what I mean? Wait, what, this apartment interior? I don't remember that one. Was that what our house was supposed to look like with Adelaide? And that was like the original concept. Yeah, for the Fordham apartment, yeah. I guess that's it. Yeah. That's cool. Well, it looks like we've seen all the content, except we haven't had the commentary, but that would be
Hello
interesting.
and welcome to the Lamplight City Commentary Mode. I'm Francisco Gonzalez, the game's writer, designer, artist, programmer, etc.
Wow, he did all that?
I strongly encourage you to play through Lamplight City at least once if you haven't already. I'll do my best to avoid spoilers, but sometimes they're inevitable. In addition to occasional pauses during the gameplay, there's also commentary nodes you can click on most screens.
That's pretty cool.
I'll be talking about the writing and design process in nodes marked with a C. I'll also be talking about art-related topics in the nodes marked A. You'll also be hearing from other members of the team, so I'll let them introduce themselves.
Hi.
That's cool. We'll just click through all this. We don't need to actually go through it. No. Cool. That's cool that they have a commentary mode at all. Like, a lot of games do that. More games need this, right? Isn't that cool? Wow, yeah, this seems awesome. Yeah, I think that's a really cool thing to be able to do, man. Especially for people who are super interested in it. Especially, like, a game like this really can use it because it's such a story thing. It just kind of makes sense. Kind of like how movies are, you know. Like, I don't know, just think about like God of War. If that had a commentary to it, probably be a lot harder to get that commentary to come across or whatever. It's pretty wholesome. Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, it's so cool that that guy did, like, most of, like, the work for this game, too, because it's like, this is a pretty damn well fully fledged game, you know, I feel. Very cool, you know. Makes me wish I could do something like that, you know, it's so cool. Who knows, maybe the Strange Planet dating sim will be as cool as this. No, it won't. It won't. Don't expect that. Alright, guys, well, I think it's time to go ahead and end the stream, though, so it's about that time. Only 10 minutes ahead of, well, I mean, my heart out at 9:30. Alright, let's pop on over to my ending screen here. There we go. I had a little update on the ending screen, you guys tell? I just put something behind me now. So there you go. Trying to add a little bit in there. But yeah, thanks everybody for hanging out. I really appreciate you guys being here. I really hope you guys enjoyed Lamplight City. I thought it was a lot of fun. Definitely a great choice. Thank you, community, for picking that one because it was a good one. Definitely a great one. So yeah, let me just reiterate though that I'm going to try to get a poll up either tonight or tomorrow for whatever will start next Tuesday. So, and I'm not going to be able to update the promo because I want at least the poll to go for at least a week. I should have started the poll last week when I knew we were coming up on the end of Lamplight City. That's what I should have done. But coulda, woulda, shoulda. Anyways, it'll be out tomorrow, so I'll ping you guys in Discord, so be looking for that. Other plugs we got are we will be getting a doodle up. We haven't gotten the doodle. I'm sorry. I probably should just go ahead and jump on that because I know how to get the doodle ready. So I'll try to get a doodle up tomorrow as well so we can start planning what night community night would be best for everybody. So be looking forward to that as well. Other than that, we got next Monday, the 31st. I'm going to be on Team Sanity's channel. Let me go ahead and put the shout out there for him. They have a, I'm sure you guys have heard me say it before if you've been here at the end of the stream before, but they have a streamers showcase they do every Monday where they like to show off streamers and kind of introduce them to their community and try to give them a little bit more exposure and everything and just get to know them. And so they've invited me to be there on Monday, so I'm very honored to be there. So if you guys want to come by on Monday to Team Sanity's channel, that's where I will be because I will not be streaming on this channel, but if you guys want, you can come to this channel. I'll be hosting, and then you can click on through to Team Sanity. So there you go. Another day over already. Thanks, Dom. I look forward to tomorrow as always. Hell yeah, Crispy. I'm sorry that it feels so short. I'm right there with you, Crispy, 100%. Especially since I've drank some Mountain Dew. I'm like 100% ready to continue on. Although I am a little hungry, so I'll probably go eat. But yeah. We will continue tomorrow with some Deathloop, so hopefully you guys will turn out for that. I really like Deathloop. It's a really fun game, so hopefully you guys will be down to hang out tomorrow while I play some of that. Other than that, let's go see if we should have Papa on, so let's go make sure we can raid his ass. You know what I'm saying? Hey, there he is. He's playing Deadfall Adventures. So we'll be raiding into Papa here momentarily. Dom hologram, please. You want a Dom hologram so I can hang out with you all the time, Crispy? It's a little fake AI version of me that you can just have on your desk or something. Be like, hey, what's up? Yeah, let's see here. I'll get the raid message out there so you guys can paste that in Papa's chat. I'm sure he'll be happy to see that. Copy that for myself as well. All right, guys. That is the end of the stream, unfortunately. Now listen to that sick-ass fucking ending music. You guys hear that shit? You guys hear that shit? Once again, Noah for that music, man. Yeah, let me get my raid on here. Beautiful stream, Dom. Let's raid Papadopoulos. You got it, dude. And thank you. I appreciate that, man. A Domogram plus. Hey, there you go. Domogram sounds cool. I love how that's turned into a thing, just adding Dom into words. It's honestly one of my favorite things that the channel has started doing. That's fun. Patent that. There you go. Hell yeah. You got it. All right, guys, the raid is ready, so we'll be doing that here in a couple moments. But until I see you guys next time, stay happy, stay healthy. I love you, and I will see you tomorrow for some Deathloop. But let's raid on to Papa. See you guys. Thanks for hanging out. Bye.